Jack it up.
Close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. And we'll
Hey guys, what is up? Sorry for the delay, but we are live. And my keybinds aren't working. That's great. That's okay. I can just manually set it. That kind of sucks my keybinds don't work, but that's alright. We can get directly into the game. And yeah, so Reflex up against Storm, so we just had to pretty much wait for their last player to join, which I think is Shui's. But as we do see, they are off to the knife round. And really, just both teams still. Whoops, wrong button, but well, looks like Sear's going to start it off for Storm, as we do see the rest of them now dancing out short. Now, both teams more than determined to waste even more time that has been wasted already today, as we are going to start 17 minutes late. And looks like I was going to say Vulcan's. Well, that's really professional, but it's down to a 1-on-1, and Skits does have the advantage as eventually Storm do take the knife round, and they should opt to stay on the CT side. My game just decided to just dunzo itself. That's cool. As don't know why my hotkeys have all gone shonky. I don't know why. I hope my hotkeys work now. Yeah, okay. There we are. That's much better. So we are going live. So Storm have hopefully going live soon. Storm have opted to stay CT, and we do see Reflex tagged up incorrectly. So I'm not sure if they're going to get disputed on that, but yeah. But on the side of Team Storm, we have Skids here, XPL. Thanks for the carry today once again, and League of Legends. Godlike Corky at Silver Division really helped me get into my placements much higher. I have now 4 victories in my ranked games. And we do have Magic and DB, so DB coming back from work a little bit easier today, so he'll be on time. And on this side of Reflex, or Vulcan's mum is MILF. Interesting tag up there, but very dank memes. We do have Shui's is Y, Hicks Y, XY, I don't know. And do have obviously Aaron, Prof, Vulcan, and Finding Nemo is going to be our favorite beta Nemo. Nebo. I'm just going to call him Nemo from now on, because that's pretty much like the objective of Storm. Let's find Nemo. It's pretty good, actually. He named himself quite nicely, so I'm just going to call him Nemo from now on. Finding Door is out, actually, this time this year, so it's going to be quite interesting, as we do see Reflex Day going for, I think, their default setup once again. They do have the grenades on Vulcan, and we do see Shui's boosted up, going to be easily spotting out Magic towards mid. Oh, this match actually dink Magic down to 20 HP already, and needs to... Oh, Magic still risking the overpeak, and we do see the execution on towards A side. 4 terrorists now ready to set up. Guarded now completely smoked and flashed off. Now, Nemo's finding his way through. It's going to find Seer, so that's going to be first frag around. Skits, meanwhile, gets one on Vulcan, but trades coming out in the favor of the terrorists as both Magic and Skits fall very quickly. XPL now finds Nemo, and gets the kill, so it's going to be 2 on 3. XPL now charging onto short alongside with his teammate. And that's one HE grenade. It's going to do a good chunk of damage to both Aaron and Prophet, and we do see Prophet coming up, gets one. XPL, however, getting the trade onto Shui's, and XPL in a good position actually at this situation. He does have the HP to convert this into a victory, and I think there is a kit lying somewhere on the side. Yeah, there is a kit there, and Aaron has been spotted out. Needs to be careful as XPL now charging in, does have the kit, and he finds Aaron, tags him down very low. Aaron trying to pre-fire his best, but unable to find the damage, and with that kit, XPL will get the defuse. So Storm relying on the carry, just like I relied on the carry today. So XPL carrying his form over very strongly. 4 kills in the first round, and some good shooting and some good plays. And so yeah, Storm off to a good start. We're going to see a couple of rifles coming out from the 3 rifles, as a matter of fact. So it's going to be 2 for Masters, 1 A4, and a MP7, 2 MP7s coming out. Meanwhile, the rest of the terrorists, so Reflex opting just to stay with their default weapons in terms of pistols. So just a bunch of Tech 9s and Deagles. Not buying any armor except for Vulcan. So Vulcan looking to try to find a pick towards mid, but Magic has spotted him out. So Auto Director is going to switch away from the action as Magic just still spotting mid, isn't going to find anything. I'm not sure if he wants to risk peeking towards boost, and it looks like he isn't, as Vent is broken. Now, Shui's is going to pop out, and it's going to fire a couple of shots, going to force Magic back, and it looks like he's going to be playing safe. That's a very poor smoke from Skids coming out, and that's not going to really smoke off anything. Well, sure, actually, if there was a terror smoke or not. And we do see the terrorist still waiting. Oh, let's just see. So we do see a pop flash coming out now. Magic should be able to find one very easily. Isn't going to get damaged at all. So that's already a good pick for Storm, as Reflex still split up, trying to find their way onto either side. Not sure why it's freezing. I set it at a lower bit rate today, so maybe it's still the congestion issues. As we do see now, Nebo actually leading the charge on towards the B site. And the bomb is going towards B, but so is Magic, and a couple of flashes coming out now as the terrorists do charge their way on towards site. Magic now drawing attention. Now Shui should be the first man falling on back of site, as Magic gets one, XPL also gets one, DB. Oh, all the counter terrorists actually picking one off. Now, XPL should just hide it, as he is dinged. So is Prof, as Prof is going to fall very shortly through the spray of DB. And that's going to be very easy round for Storm to pick up. They're not going to lose a single gun there, so that's going to be reassuring. XPL quite close towards dying. Lucky to stay alive with the A4, and that's going to allow them to build up a bit of bank. And let's see how the counter-terrorists are going to go. Only Magic opting to upgrade, DB opting to stay with the MP7, as all the terrorists now do have AKs. There is a scout on the hands of Vulcan, and Nebo's grenade should damage Magic just for a little bit as Vulcan. Oh, actually, Vulcan's going to be tagged through the smoke quite heavily, down to 12 HP, and needs to be careful not being picked off, however. Now Magic peeking out wide's going to find Profit. Good shooting by Magic. So Magic doing very well so far at the start of this game. XPL now going to be shooting. DB backing him off as smokes come out towards mid. It looks like it's going to be a counter boost towards Checkers, as the rest of the terrace now making their way towards A. Now Shui's going to pop open vent. Now Skid's in a very poor position. He's going to be picked off by Shui's. Now Magic, it's up to Magic to do some work, and he does get the second headshot of the round, so he's already got 2 kills. As the rest of the terrace now trying to force their way on towards the site. Now we do see Nebo and Aaron charging in, and Seer from quad going to find one. Peeks out, also gets the second kill. Now Vulcan completely flashed. He was dinked before, and Seer's going to find the third. Easy 3 kills to Storm. So Storm so far coming up quite easily, holding successfully. I think Reflex at the moment just not executing onto the sites correctly. They're already down numbers, and they're trying to execute on without enough Molotovs and smoke grenades. That's going to be problematic. And Storm so far, their aim has been on point. And we're going to see DB actually pick up an AWP towards B site, and once again the terrorists going for a split, so it looks like 2 towards mid and 2 towards B site. They're not risking charging out the smoke just yet, as Magic trying to tap fire, trying to find something, as Vulcan thinking pushing through the smoke isn't going to. Aaron now coming towards warehouse, so it looks like it's going to be 3 stacked towards B, 2 mid. So yeah, now pulling out a grenade should do a little bit of damage, but now mid's going to be completely restricted off, so it looks like the terrorists still can't charge through. No information gathered towards A side, so the counter-terrorists still don't know where the action is going to be, as we do see DB is going to be spotted out, going to miss the first initial AWP shot. That HE grenade now doing a little bit of damage. They're still playing quite safe, and oh, DB getting the double one through the wall. Amazing shot, as he does manage to pick up Profit through the wall. Oh, that was absolutely beautiful. The rest of Storm cleaning up shortly afterwards. Aaron trying to find something towards mid or A. I think it's not going to work, but that shot from DB. Oh, Profit getting his head taken off through a wall, and one of his other teammates as well. So it was a good position to actually get into close CT by Nebo. Unfortunately, it was unable to convert it. Now we do see they are able to purchase weapons now. Magic now going to be pre-flashing over mid. More than happy just to let the terrorists have mid control for now. Just going to be helping his teammates gather A control, and we do see that A control's already gathered up. Nebo, the first man to fall, and I should expect Storm to fall back immediately afterwards. We do see that the terrorists have gathered mid control now, and they are charging their way up through short very shortly. They are thinking of going towards Z. Now, XPL delaying his shot a little bit, possibly a little bit too long. Very lucky not to get killed, as now Magic coming out, getting 2 very quickly. Profit, the last man left standing, underneath boost. And Reflex just getting picked off from all angles at this stage. Now, Profit, I think, has been spotted out, as there is a boost towards Vent. Profit should die very shortly. He's converged from all sides. And yeah, Profit unable to do anything really. I mean, counter-terror is coming from all angles. The bomb down mid, nothing he could do, as Storm now, I don't think many of their players have died. It's just been comprehensive victories. I mean, look at that. A buy round, none of them dead. Anti-Eco, none of them dead. They've only lost, after the first round, they've only lost 1 member so far. And that's speaking volumes on how Reflex is just not getting the entries right now. So they need to start going together and possibly finding something. They need to pull something out of, I think, just Aaron and Nebo really need to step up, as well as the other members. I mean, they can't just rely on Aaron and Nebo this time. I think Nebo may have played a little bit too much Rust as he does make his way towards Squeaky. I think there is one person trying to make noises. Vulcan's going to be picked off, trying to multi-peek too many times. And Magic's just so sharp today. So this is a complete opposite of Storm last week. That looks like they're doing actually quite well this round. I'm not sure what's happening. Reflex. They have been traditionally slow starters in the last two best of threes. We do see Nebo just shaking his way around. Now, Shui should be able to find a pick here. He does manage to find out XPL and B site now open. So we're going to have to see the counter terrace rotate across the terrace. However, not rotating across as Shui is just holding onto the site. Now, Seer finds two terrorists. Has spotted the bombers. Nebo now charges out, gets picked off. The rest of the terrace now falling back through A main. And they have played the rotation correctly. They've faked them out, and now we see Magic charging through. Magic is going to miss them rotating across, should hear them, however. As DB, now scoped in, is going to miss both of them, unfortunately. You're thinking of getting another one as the bomb plant going down, but just waiting for the rest of the counter terrace to rotate over. This is the correct guess. After all, you're not missing out on much, giving the terrorists a bit of extra cash. Now, Magic going to get the first pick, and Shui's going to get the quick trade afterwards. Now Skid's going to follow up, however. Crosshair trained quite incorrectly as R in the last millisecond of 9 HP. There's nothing he can do as Skids picks off the final player on the terrorist side. The bomb plant did go down, and there should be a bit of enough cash for Reflex to purchase up once again, but the issue is still they're losing too many players on their buy rounds. They did manage to get 2 picks that run on the anti-eco. That was due to XPL getting a little bit too cocky, I think, just pushing and overextending himself a little bit. Now Storm, they still got just the one orb. They're more than happy just to rifle up, and we do see that Nebo has picked up the AWP, so it's going to be interesting to see where he takes it. Looks like he's taking A main instantly, just trying to deny the push of the counter terrace. But looks like Storm, they're working their way around, so now they're counter boosting mid, and Prophet's going to be spotted out, and Magic's going to win the aim deal very low, however. And that, the HE grenade. Nearly found something. Skids needs to be careful of being spammed through smoke as he is taken down through smoke eventually by Shui. So some good clue there. Banging through towards Highway because I think he knew that the counter terrorist needed to retreat in that direction. And Seer now needs to be careful of peeking out. He's been spotted and Nebo, easy kill through there. I'm not sure what Seer was doing as Storm now needs to retake towards the A site. Flash coming probably a little bit too late. As now XPL on the flank. It's a 2 and 4. It's still doable, but no, not anymore as Aaron is onto the flank position. DB with a knife out should be caught and killed here very quickly, so should be very wary as we do see Reflex picking up their first round. So far it's quite interesting. Reflex waiting until nearly the 6+ rounds before they actually pick up one. Now let's see if they can continue on their good work and start the comeback. I mean, Storm a little bit weak there. They did get the initial pick, but just a couple of weak spots towards both sides of the map allowed them to get picked off and just opened up upon. So Skits really just caught in a poor situation, I would say. That Molotov missing once again, so Vulcan going up with the orb this time. As we do see that Seer is now boosted up on towards A site. Nebo not risking any pre-fight just as of yet. XPL now playing in checkers. Needs to be wary of vent being broken as the rest of the terrace now taking mid control. So he doesn't have to worry about towards B. As we do see a 3-stack from Storm coming towards this A site. They've left mid completely open. And Skit's going to be found out by Vulcan very easily. Now the rest of the terrorists, they really can go anywhere they want, and Reflex just have to decide it. Oh, Magic completely just rips off Aaron's head as we do see Nebo now coming across, getting a very good trade in counter return. And Seer still in a good position, however, to do some damage as we do see that the terrorist now executing towards the A side. XPL getting a pick. DB is going to get the first AWP frag. So Seer still in a good position to not be found, and eventually he's going to pop out, take out the bomb planter. DB going to clean out Vulcan, who's trying to charge through his short. That was a very easy round for the Storm to clean up, and I think Reflex just may jump the gun a little bit there after the first initial pick. Should have waited, should have just used their utility a little bit more and just really sussed out what's going on. But as a result, they kind of split out, trying to get information towards too many points, and as a result, allowed Storm to really just pick them off from all sides. And it's going to be interesting to see where they go now. Looks like they are charging towards mid. Molotov going in very deep towards the boost spot. I don't think that denied them from coming up towards boost stop, but if they came a bit quicker, it wouldn't have done anything. And Prophet's going to eat a grenade for 62 damage, so he's already heavily tagged. He doesn't have any armor, so even just 2 M4 bullets would just take him out of the fight right at this stage. You do see Nebo is actually boosted towards T-Red. Interesting to see whether the terrorists or not will pop flash out towards mid. Magic needs to be careful of being isolated and surrounded. He does not have backup, and he's playing the sandbags position. As you see Vulcan making a little bit of noise towards Squeaky, but he's not going to push out as A main is now smoked off. And we're going to see the rest of the terrace now make their way towards B, so they're going to see if they can draw the counter-terrace attention away, but it looks like it's not going to really work, as we do see XPL has set up a flashbang is coming out now as Aaron is going to be completely blind, and I think XPL has spotted out 2 at the very least. Going to come across. Oh, tags Prophet down. He's waiting, but he won't find any more just as yet, as Magic does pop the vent. Needs to be careful of the flank from Nebo. Oh, Nebo coming in just at the right time, unable to do enough damage. Now, XPL trying to come through. XPL tagging quite a lot of players quite low, but XPL going to be taken out. Now, it's up to DB to do a lot of work as they charge onto the site, and he's going to be taken down eventually. Does manage to take down 2, but XPL and Magic putting their players in a bad position as Skits now heavily tagged. Seer and Skits on the retake. Both players quite low, as we do see Seer just peeking and waiting for Shui's to peek out. Skits not going to find anything as particularly of yet, as Shui's gets a good pick onto Seer. Now, Skits the last man left standing. Very low HP. Needs to go for it as he does come out. Ooh, both terrorists know where he is, and so they just need to peek the lines accordingly. Now, Skits does manage to find one, doesn't know where the other one is, so Aaron can just play time here, and he is going to play it successfully. Skits has no idea where he is, and Aaron, easy Tech 9 tap, is going to clean him up, and so Reflex is going to win their second round. They can have enough money to still buy up, which is quite good, but Storm should not have lost that anti-eco. XPL peeking very aggressively, should not be peeking like that without the support of his teammates. Magic should have been wary of the flank, knowing it was an anti-eco, so it's going to be up to Storm to really repair the damage. I mean, you want all the rounds you can get on the CT side on Cache, and we do see DB now peeking towards B side. It's not going to find anything as Shui's makes his way in. A bit of poor communication as a counterflash comes in from his teammate. He's not going to find anything. We do see Magic opening up once again. He's going to pick one up through sandbags on towards Boost. I think it was Vulcan on Boost. And the bomb's still back in mid. It's not going to go anywhere particularly just yet, but it looks like the terrorists are aggressing their way towards A site. Shui's still making a bit of a nuisance of himself towards B side, but it's going to be up to him to really make the pick onto XBL. So, I mean, if anyone's the man to entry and just draw attention away on towards this B side, it is going to be Shui's. Is now actually it looks like the terrorists making their way back towards B. So Nebo is going to come towards A side and make it a nuisance of himself as he's completely blind. Going to try and tap 5, but he's not going to find anything. He's tagged down quite low. However, XBL now needs to be careful getting picked off as they know where he is now. Heaven going to be smoked off, but DB pushing just before the smoke pops. But XPL is going to get the trade on towards Aaron. Now, Shui's jumping up, is also going to be found, and all of a sudden it's a bit disastrous. Now, it's up to Prof to really do work. Nebo trying to play that lurker position, is not going to find anything too low to do anything of significance. XPL going to be tagged through the boxes. Skid's going to be found out. Skid's taken down. XPL, though, cleaning up with the final A4 bullet, as Skids did do the majority of damage. And now it's up to Reflex once again to build up their economy, so it's just a yo-yo at the moment for Reflex. Just as it looks like they crack their way onto the sites, they just lose all their guns and just forced onto another eco. We do see Dualies actually picked up from Nebo, but AKs from the other players as well as Armor. So this is pretty much a do or die round for them. Prophet actually hasn't bought up yet. Looks like he's saving for an AWP, so as we do see DB peeking out. Prophet now trying to get that Deagle working, but a flash coming in is not going to happen. Well, it's not going to allow aggression to happen towards the B shot, should I say. I should probably finish my sentences. So Nebo just playing the lurker position once again. It looks like that all the terrorists are ready to go onto the B site, as we do see Aaron charging out. Oh, DB missing a very easy pick as grenades coming onto the site now. Vulcan going to be the first man picked off. Now Aaron's made his way into Squeaky. Nebo trying to deal it out with Seer. It's not going to find anything in particular, as we do see the rest of the terrorists now making their way onto the site. Aaron in the smoke. He's in a good position to do damage, but he let his teammate die, so he's the last man left standing in this situation. And he's going to find XPL at the very least, but the rest of them know where they are now, and Magic's going to drop down from heaven. Easily going to find him. As we do see now that Storm charging ahead towards a half victory. 9-2, and they've still got tons of rounds ahead of them. Now, their money is a little bit low, so I mean, Reflex have done well, and you know, with a couple of good eco rounds, you know, they could start to bring this back and, you know, make it into 6-9 and then play a really good CT half. And it looks like they're going to start here. XPL does manage to find one. Once again, needs to be careful of not being isolated. He's been isolated once again. DB missing so many AWP shots. It's unacceptable at this stage, as we do see Magic now coming in. Magic dropping down like a drop bear, but Prophet He's going to try and clean up, do a lot of work in his own hands. Now Skits does find Vulcan and does find Prophet as Prophet runs out of cash. Oh, sorry, bullets, should I say. Sorry, not cash. You don't fire cash, you fire bullets in this game. I think I've been playing too much Warframe where I was credit farming and it's like, you kill enemies, you get money. So, it wasn't this. It wasn't this in this case. So, we are going to see Reflex. They do have enough money to purchase this round. And we do see Prophet once again with the AWP, so he did manage to get the AWP that round, so we'll see where the terrorists go towards. It looks like two towards mid. They're thinking of pushing through the smoke. They have pushed their way through the smoke towards Vent. Magic now is going to be the first man found out, and Vent control going to be given over towards the terrorists. Shui is now thinking of peeking at Seer, now crashing his way in. He's going to come across, but he's not going to find anything just as yet. Vulcan now still tap firing. He's going to be damaged a little bit, but Vulcan's going to find the second kill of the round. So Vulcan absolutely red hot this round. So as the rest of the terrorists now charge their way on towards the side, Skits now needs to be careful of not being found out as Aaron just shoots through the smoke. He is onto him immediately. Prophet going to find another one. DB's the last man left standing. I don't think I've seen him land an AWP shot in the last couple of rounds, but he has finally landed one. Does have the P250 out, but he's surrounded from all sides now, so all the terrorists now really actively hunting him. He's going to find Vulcan as Vulcan misses the spray. He is down to 19 HP, however, so he's in a bit of a tricky situation. He's being surrounded from all sides. It's going to be a bit hard for him to save. As we do see him thinking about peeking towards short. He hasn't peeked towards short just yet. As Prophet making his way behind. DB, I think, knows this is happening as he's whipped out the AWP. But he hears one coming in from short as now short's being banged through. He's going to get another good scope happening. And I think he should hear one charging in from CT. He does hear one charging from CT. It looks like the rest of the terrorists not risking... Oh my goodness. So DB is going to get 4 kills towards the end of the round. And that's going to really put a dent towards the terrorist economy. If Storm win this round, which it looks like they have to drop for a couple of members, it's going to mean that the terrorists have absolutely no money to buy for the final round. And that's going to be disastrous. Now, they have won a couple of eco rounds after charging towards the B side. I mean, XPL is actually going to opt for the Deagle this round. So let's see how the Deagle God does it. As we do see he does manage to tag down Vulcan very low. He's thinking about wallbang. I think as the smoke comes up, there's going to be no more aggression towards mid, however, except for from Magic, who's pushed up very close. And he's thinking about charging through, and this may be the correct play at this stage. As he charges through, he may find a couple of terrorists just completely unguarded. As he does decide to charge through. No, he doesn't charge through smoke eventually. I don't know if he knows one is boosted up, as we do see Shui's is boosted up. Just watching the flank position. Skid's now making his way towards Squeaky, gonna be just checking it out. I think he's found one, so he finds Vulcan who was tagged previously. Shouldn't be having a nade out at this stage, should be having a gun out all times. Now DB is going to be caught off, so they know where Skits is. He's made his way back towards side, however, just needs to hide and wait for his teammates. The rest of his teammates who really just rotate over. Now Shui's should be able to find Magic. Oh no, he's actually dropped down, so they're not going to find each other, but I think Magic is going to be hurt out at this stage as Prophet is making his way back. Oh, good quick scope. He's going to find Magic now. Nebo charging on the site is going to find Skits. As Skits able to do a little bit of damage, but unable to do too much, unfortunately. And see, oh, beautiful shot by Shui's is going to find him as XPL is the last man left standing. Should be fine. An easy kill onto Nebo, now charging on towards the site. Now we do see Prophet still having the AWP. He's in a good position to get a pick as... Ooh, gets him through the flash. So, well done by Reflex to bring it back. It should be a 5-10 round towards them as Storm do not have enough money to purchase up. They just need to be careful. A little bit of surprises coming out from Storm. But otherwise, they should be fine so far. So, we just do see 3 Deagles and 2 5.7s coming out for the counter-terrorists. See Magic now charging in. He's going to miss the breakage towards Vent. Does manage to pop Vent in the end. And he's thinking about charging through mid. He isn't going to find anything just as of yet as he just caught out once again. So, once again, basic mechanical errors is going to cost the counter-terrorists a lot of rounds. So, it's costing Storm once again. Just keeping... They just got to keep their guns out. Sometimes the Seer does manage to get the first pick with the Deagle. The bomb's been dropped. More flashbang as Prophet gets the first kill. Now Seer coming across is going to be found up by the spray, and the rest of them, the Storm is going to be cleaned up by the remaining members of Reflex towards the other sides of the map. As they're trying to push through. So Reflex have done well to kind of make their way back into the game. Meanwhile, Storm probably a bit angry that they couldn't really clean up towards a 13-2 half, which they could have done, in my opinion, but It's going to be up to Storm now to really close it out on the terrorist half. Reflex got to really hold on as their aim is slowly starting to warm up. Slowly but surely, I mean, Prophet's hit a couple of good AWP shots, and that's really critical. I mean, getting a couple of AWP shots in is going to get their confidence up. As we do see Shui is just going to be pushing A main immediately. He isn't going to spot anything as Magic has crouched up and just let Shui just fall back safely. Looks like the terrorists still just waiting their way towards A side. DB just lurking and just playing the flank to see if you can spot out any counter terrorists pushing through. And Storm do have smoke and flashes to go off, but just only one smoke and two flashes, so they need to do a really good job of entering onto the site. And it's DB actually with the smoke and flashes, so I'm not sure if it's going to be a fake at this stage. It may be. As we still see the bomb still lurking its way in mid. Not going to go anywhere just yet. Apologies about the yawning. I am a little bit sleepy. As we do see Shui is actually thinking about pushing his way in. He's going to spot two terrorists. The terrorists now thinking of pushing out. They are going to push out, and two counter-terrorists being spotted. So it's a bit of a tit for tat as Nebo ding through the box. Oh, Shui is going to get the first frag. Nebo going to get the trade as DB now making his way towards B side. It's going to find Aaron, but he should be taken down very easily. Doesn't have armor. The last man left standing is going to be Seer. He's been inside Squeaky this entire time. Prophet is going to find him. And that's going to be a quick victory towards Reflex, so Reflex is going to be happy about that. I don't think they lost a single member in that round, so they're able to really just... Oh no, they did lose one, so they should be able to build off on that. So we do see two FAMASas, three SMGs, including the P90. So Vulcan opting to buy the P90, and Storm think they can crack the sides. They're going to buy armor and pistol. As we do see Nebo quite close towards mid. As he does turn around just in time. We do see, I think Shui's is pushed. I'm not sure who that is. That is Shui's, who was pushed very close towards A main. So they know they're not going towards A main. Now Nebo going to be pop flashing his way in. He's going to spot a couple of members as Seer is going to take him down towards the end. And it looks like that the rest... Oh, looks like that Shui's gets a return. Aaron, however, playing very aggressive. The SMG is going to be found out. Vulcan should be able to get a quick kill, however. He does manage to get a kill. And he's rotating around. Needs to be careful being surrounded. He's dinked by Skits and cleaned up by Skits. So the P90 spray is not going to work. They should be able to get the bomb plant down. So it's up to Prophet and Shui's to do this retake. They do have the kits, they have time. Now, Prophet needs to wait for his teammate. He shouldn't push up this aggressively right now. And he's been spotted. He does manage to take down one. I'm not sure why the trade did not come through. And it looks like that Seer is going to be found out very quickly. And the last man standing is going to be Skid's going to find one. So low, a good HE grenade is going to clean him up. And that HE nade will bounce and clean him up. So, well played by Shui. Some good communication from his teammates. I think it was a bit poorly played by Storm, just stacking up together. Not sure why they should have stacked up like that. I mean, it should have been one of them stacked up. Saw that the other player dinked, should have just charged in and got the trade, as the counter terrorist would have not been able to respond, and the terrorist would also have gotten the advantage and would have been able to relocate positions, as it was Seer just in a poor position, unable to do anything really. Now they are going to just buy maybe just a couple of pistols, and we do see one flashbang in the hand Skits. I don't know why I'm so tired today, but it looks like they are going towards A, and Prophet's the only man here, so he's going to flash in, sorry. A good HE grenade is going to do a lot of damage, so he's holding on to it. Doesn't look like he's throwing an HE grenade just yet, trying to bank through the smoke. Needs to reload as the rest of them are now charging on towards the site. Now, Prophet does have a good crossfire set up with Shui's, but it's no matter if he's going to be taken down. He's surrounded from all sides, the bomb plant going down. A couple of good HE grenades, once again, should be able to equalize it in Storm's favor. Seer's the first man going to be taken down. Skid's completely blind. It's up to Magic to do a lot of work. They know exactly where he is. And Nebo is going to find him very easily and get the defuse. So, even they did get the bomb down, however, so Storm should have enough money to buy a couple of AWPs now. They should be able to afford one AWP and a couple of rifles. And meanwhile, Reflex, they're in a bit of a poor position actually in this round. They will not be able to afford full buy on some of their players unless they're dropped. And it looks like that Vulcan's actually going to drop an AWP for Prophet, so let's see how Prophet's going to go. And let's just take a look at the scoreboard so far. So Magic really doing a lot of work for the counter-terrorist side of Storm. So far Storm really have been struggling to get going on this T side. And we do see DB does have an AWP. Let's see where he takes it. Doesn't look like he's being boosted just as of yet. Aaron, that HE grenade should do a heavy chunk of damage, and it does. See it eating the grenade for 50 damage. A bit of a miss grenade, however, by Shui's is going to do 20 damage towards Nebo, as we do see Magic going to be spammed through mid. Profit. Oh, that AWP shot barely missing XPL. XPL needs to be careful as he does make his way back towards Squeaky. We do see a boost coming out now. Skits very easily should be taken out, and that's beautiful utilization from Reflex of map knowledge to find one player, and that's going to put... Oh, but Magic is going to be tagged quite low, but it's going to find Nebo, and it's going to give up mid control. And as a result, it's going to be Vulcan who has to rotate back towards mid. Should be able to find a couple of quick kills, however, as Magic has made his way towards the right side of Garage, and we're going to see DB now coming up. He's going to spot a couple of lines, but really just going to fall through. He's going to charge an A main, and Shui's is just ready and waiting for him. XPL, meanwhile, is in a poor situation. He can't really do anything as now it's going to be 4 and 3, and it's going to be quite hard for Storm to actually crack their way on towards the site. As we do see Magic has made his way towards mid. Shui's picking up the second kill. Very easy spray down as XPL still thinking about charging in towards the site. He really can't do anything as Profit has made a good line towards his position, as we do see Shui is the first man to be picked off. Now the Seer is the last man left standing on a 1 and 3, charging on towards the site. Good pop flash is going to completely blind Seer. However, Profit unable to follow up with the 5-7. Molotov is going to deny quad. Really, really good naders. Now he's in a really awkward situation, and Profit does manage to clean up towards the end, so Reflex now coming back, going to be 9-10. And Reflex really playing the most interesting Counter-Strike of their lives. It's like they lose the first couple of rounds to give the enemy false hope. They're really like the CLG of New Zealand CSGO. I'm not gonna lie. Lose rounds to give enemy hope. Yeah. And then they throw or they tilt because the faithful will not be rewarded. And in this case, Sears can actually take a lot of damage, and Nebo actually unable to find him, however, so Nebo's still actually peeking out quite wide. He knows one's towards boost and still wants to find it, and he does find it towards the end. So Seer, already on 50 HP, is going to be out of this round and out of the fight. Now Nebo wants more, pop flashing himself out of mid. He's going to find a lot of smokes, and he is going to spray and maybe just damage a couple of them, as the rest of the terrorists have mid control, but they don't have much utility left. Just 4 flashbangs really to force their way into a site. That's pretty much not ideal in this stage for Storm, as they've used all the utilities to gain mid control. Magic really in a good position to do some damage. He's made his way towards Z, and he's pushing his way further in, as we do see Aaron going to get the first frag from Reflex. Now Nebo spamming through. Needs to be careful of not being found out from behind, as we do see Magic getting 1, coming across, spotting 2, but luckily the counter-terror is turning around just in time. Meanwhile, XPL, the last man left standing, is unable to get that AK spray working, and Reflex going to be tying it up finally. And we see that Nebo did 230 damage to that grenade. Absolutely ridiculous against players with armor. This is going to force Storm onto an eco, and Storm really up against the wall. Now they haven't picked up a single round. They're in the same situation Reflex was. Looks like they have bought some smokes. They are ready to use the utility. Hopefully he can use it effectively this round. Unlike the previous round, they are going towards the A site, so setting up for an A site execute. As we do see, however, Shui is once again just playing very aggressively, just making his way towards A main. He's jumping around and made a little bit of noise. I'm not sure he's been heard out or not. And he's going to find Seer immediately. I think he spotted DB on his exit, but I think they know now it's an A execute. And we do see a Molotov just coming out towards Squeaky, and an AG grenade imminently falling afterwards. I think just barely missing. A couple of AG grenades. Shui's going to find one's going to fall immediately afterwards. But the counter-terrorists have firm control of this A site still. It's going to be very difficult for the terrorists to force their way on. Now Profit missing a full shot. Profit is isolated. Now it's up to Nebo to really do work. He's going to miss a complete clip onto Skits. And this is going to actually force the counter-terrorists into a poor situation. Magic now has the AWP, needs to make this work as Aaron making his way towards Forklift. He's going to be smoked off. Skits now peeking the line. Now Vulcan spamming through. Oh, Magic is going to find him, however. And now it's really up to Aaron. But Magic says no. Magic pulling out some of his own magic, and is going to get a 4 kill to win the round for Storm. So Magic really solo-handedly winning this game, I would say, at this stage. 27 kills, double the amount above any of his other teammates. Really, the rest of the Storm really need to step it up. And we do see them actually having enough to buy a full set of utility. Meanwhile, the counter-attack's actually forced onto a eco position at this stage, and Aaron has made his way towards checkers. And he's made his way in. Now he's thinking about coming towards the box, and yep, he successfully made it, but The question still remains whether the terrorists will check it or not. Now Skits nades in first, going to be spamming through the smoke, not going to be able to find Aaron as Aaron now jumping through is going to be spotting towards B, not going to find anything however, as Magic has already made his way all the way towards CT, going to get 2. I think he came in through mid, now Shui is now dashing towards A main, is going to be found out by DB however. Magic just helping his teammates clear the site. At this stage it's a foregone conclusion. I mean the bomb going to go down, Storm should be able to claim this quite easily. As we do see Aaron now slowly making his way towards Z, should be found out by Seer very quickly, and Seer does land that spray. Easy sprays, Vulcan going to be seeing if he can save the A4, should be able to save the A4 quite easily, and that should be a very easy round towards Storm. They're not going to lose a single member, as they are hunting for Vulcan, but I don't think they should be able to find Vulcan. Vulcan should be safe and sound at this stage. I mean, there is one walking up slowly, going to be tap firing, but he's going to be safe and sound, just like Taylor Swift's single album. Yeah, so Sia really, they're just next to each other. It's actually a sad love story. I mean, we could interpret it as just a sad love story. You know, they're so close, but they're on opposite sides. They just can't see each other, and I feel like that's really deep. Counter Strike is a really deep game if you decide to interpret it in that way. It's about a story of two people from different religions who just tried to make a romance work, but they couldn't because of, religious beliefs. I should write a thesis on that. As Prophet now lining up a smoke grenade. Quite interesting as he's just watching a forklift. That forklift is not operational as Magic actually pushed his way all the way towards highway. Now he knows where Nebo is. Oh, he finds him immediately now charging up towards A side. He needs backup from his teammates really quickly, and he is going to get back up. He doesn't need it though, as XPL is going to find the easy kill. Now Magic has secured truck, and he's peeked out. Aaron's missed the first shot, and Vulcan's going to tag him down quite low. So 2 terrorists low. They should be able to find out Shui's, as Seer does manage to spray him down very easily. Now it's up to Aaron, as Aaron is going to find Magic with a good AWP shot. He's spotted one cross towards the E-box, and he's going to... Oh, so Seer's going to pop flash out. He wants the frags, and he's going to slowly push out as Aaron is going to be tagged and hunted down. Unable to whip out the AWP in enough time, and Vulcan now just trying to save behind Z. So this is twice Vulcan has saved now, but there's no other alternative for him. I think Aaron should have just ran away as well. I mean, shouldn't have risked re-peeking that without any support from Vulcan. So Vulcan should be able to find a frag from Skits. No, Skits finds him first, jumping. AK spray is going to find him in the head, so he's going to be slumped across, going to be losing that rifle, and it's going to be interesting to see whether Reflex is going to force up at this stage or not. They don't have enough cash. Really, they should have enough cash after this round, so they're not going to force up. Meanwhile, Storm is building up a bank, so the situation is completely reversed. This is really interesting. It's like Storm's just flipped a switch, and we do see Magic is going to be with 30. Oh my god, Skits' face is going to be taken off, and Vulcan's going to find DB shortly afterwards. That was an amazing shot from Aaron. Oh my god. Using that deagle like an AWP, Nebo charging through, needs to be careful of not being found out as Magic and XPL teaming up, and XPL is going to be tagged down quite low. Now, Prophet is boosted up. He was just spotting the head and just the cross, and I don't think he spotted Magic crossing over, so he doesn't know where he is. Should be able to find... No, doesn't spot XPL either, so needs to be careful as both of them made their way towards... Oh, he's in a good situation to do some damage here, but he falls off, but Magic is going to find him. DB now... Seer with the AWP. Tries to find something, finds nothing meanwhile. As now Vulcan is going to be found out by Magic. So Magic, once again, just absolutely on fire alongside with XPL. And Shui's the last man left standing towards the A site. Should be able to recover the AWP. I'm not sure why this isn't being communicated. Shui's is on A site. And this is poor communication from the players, I think. Magic should not be peeking that line as Shui is making his way towards T Garage. And he's not going to find anything just as of yet. A bunch of Molotovs and smoke's going to go out, but Shui's slowly making his way. He's going to pick up an AK, but that gun drop is, I think, going to make his position known. It's that reload noise, so yeah, so looks like some good utilization of sound knowledge from Magic should be able to pick him up as Shui's slowly making his way on towards the site. He doesn't have a kit, he does have a smoke grenade, however. As he's made his way on towards the site, needs to smoke it off and defuse, and he goes for it. Now the question is, can the terrorists find him? And they do. So Shui's tries going for it, isn't going to find it, unfortunately. And Storm now 2 rounds away from taking this. Now it's really up to Reflex to win this final round. For them, arguably, if they lose this one, they're onto a forced eco situation. Actually, they did quite well in that eco situation. It was really just the magic show. I mean, what can I say? I gave that guy a lot of flack, yeah, like last week, but he's absolutely come out on fire this week. A couple of HE grenades, not going to find. It's going to tag one of the players down quite low, but unable to find enough damage to get a kill, unfortunately, for Reflex, as we do see XPL spamming in through A main. We do see one counter-terrorist playing aggressively. That would be Nebo with the P90, as he is just checking towards boost and whatnot. It's not going to find anything, as Prophet now spotting B from heaven. Not going to find anything. R needs to be careful not being picked off, as the rest of Storm now thinking of storming out towards mid. We do see Seer, the first man out, is going to spot a couple of lines coming across completely blind, has to fall back towards garage. He does come out safely. Aaron has been spotted out, and Magic is going to take him out, so just through the edge he's going to be spotted out, and it looks like XPL should be able to find Nebo. Oh no, Nebo finds him first very easily, and we do see Prophet getting one. Magic now coming across, getting Magic's going to get the trade. Nebo, meanwhile, is going to pick off Seer. And it's really a 2-on-3. Magic now dancing around the smoke. It's just looking towards checkers. Needs to be careful of that smoke fading off soon, as we do see a flash coming out. Magic still in some good position to do some damage, but Vulcan finds him. Now DB on a 1-on-3. Finds one, can't find the second, unfortunately. And so Reflex going to get themselves a little bit of a breather. They're going to win another round. But they've lost 3 guns, unfortunately, and it's really up to Storm now to capitalize on the rest of their bank. So they've got at least, I think, another 2 full utility bar rounds, probably 3. No, so it's going to only be, I think, yeah, it's only going to be probably about 2 to 3 rounds. I mean, the rest of the terrorists have depleted their money source already. It's only Magic that has 10k. That's because he's been fragging it up absolutely huge so far. And we see just Reflex just taking immediate mid control. They're more than willing to stack a couple of HE grenades just to take this mid control off the off the terrorist, should I say? Sorry. Do you see XPL thinking about charging his way through? A couple of flashbangs now coming out as they charge their way in mid. DB missing a flashbang. Really up to Nebo to do some work, but he's going to be found out. Now Prophet going to trade out with an AWP shot, but I think the counter-terrorists have read this incorrectly. Are now hightailing his way back towards B's site. Or I think he's been spotted out by Magic. I think Magic knows where he is. Meanwhile, Vulcan pushing through is going to find XPL, so this is not a good situation for the terrorists to be playing hold the site on, as Aaron still blinded off. The terrorists still not on their way towards the site, as they still have to clear it, and we do see them clearing it now. Skid's coming across. Oh, I think Prophet made noise, and good HE grenade's going to do a bunch of damage. Skid's missing a couple of easy AK shots, needs to fall back, as we do see the rest of the counter-terrorists now slowly converging in. DB needs to be careful not being spammed, but he's eventually going to be flushed out. Skid's going to get one. Now he's coming across. RNS pushes his way into the site. Now it's up to Magic, so can he get the Magic going once again? He's the last man left standing. Needs to whip across. Oh, doesn't find the right player, unfortunately, as he is taken down towards the end. They should be getting the defuse with Prophet's kit. And really, this one is looking bad for them. They do have enough money to buy up still, however, so this is probably their last buy round. They did get the bombs down, so Magic still with a lot of money. As we are waiting, so it looks like they've all got AKs. Meanwhile, Reflex still opting to stay with that P90 in Nebo's hands, so, I mean, why not? If you don't have enough cash and you need to play these close quarters positions, why not buy P90? And we do see Magic making his way towards boost. He's trying to find something, finds one. Now coming across, is just going to wait for the vent position. But there's no one in vent. There is one sandbags and one highway. As we do see this first smoke coming out. He's coming across and spot out Nebo. Nebo should be able to... Nope, Nebo unable to land the rest of the spray, as we do see the rest of the terrorists now busting out on towards the A side. XPL has found Shui's, but he's blinded up by one of his teammates' flashes. No matter though, Seer cleans up the AWPer. The bomb plant now going down. Aaron, the last man left standing, does have an A4. Skid's now spotting the line. Is going to find him. And That is going to be a very easy win for Storm towards that end. So coming back, yeah, that is an absolutely huge play from Magic. He has really stepped it up, and really I'm happy for him. As Profit comments with the 40. But I can think of no player deserving. I mean, this guy puts in a lot of work. I gave him a lot of flack because I did expect this kind of performance. I know he's capable of this kind of performance. So we do see Magic now confident. Coming out is going to find one. They do know now one's towards Highway. And Magic still peeking out. Is trying to find Nebo, but Nebo is going to find him with an easy deagle shot. He was already tagged very low. They've lost the bomb. As we do see Sia now making his way towards this A side. Ooh, he's not going to find... Ooh, he's spotted out one. Oh my god, Nebo with that ridiculous one dig is going to find the head of Sia. I don't think he saw that one coming. I don't think he predicted it. As we do see now Sia and XPL... sorry, Skits and XPL, sorry, should I say. And XPL making his way slowly back towards mid. Alongside with Skits, they should be really pushing it. I reckon they want to win this here and now. And it looks like they're executing towards a mid. Not sure if this is the smartest decision. They've just used both of their smoke grenades to just decoy the rest of the counter-terrorists off. And the counter-terrorists are not decoyed as they're still holding towards the A side. Now, it's going to be equal situation. 2-on-2. The counter-terrorists have pistols still. They haven't opted to retrieve the rifles. As we see, just them just holding separate lines and Molotov coming off now. Vulcan is going to be spotted out and found out. They know one's towards Quad. XPL is going to find him. Prophet dancing around Quad. XPL, God finding two. Now it's really up to XPL to do the work. Skid's very low. He's jumping across. He's spotted out one towards short. They know he's at Quad now. Aren't going to tap him easily. And XPL now, with the Walter carrying his shoulders, just wide peeking too far. And he's going to be found. And really, what more to say? Look at that scoreboard. As we go on to 13-15. This is do or die now. Do or die time now. Do or die time? Yeah, I said that correctly. For Reflex, I mean, really poor money situation. We see it reflected. They've just opted to go for rifles. And the terrorists, coincidentally, they don't have enough. I think there's a drop for TB, but that's pretty much only... They have to rely on Magic's bank, really, to make things work, as we do see Sia now charging in towards B site. Can he get the crucial pick? This is the question. As we see original pop, an initial flash going to find Aaron. He's unable to land the frag. The rest of Storm now coming in. Now Aaron should be taken out quite quickly. DB is going to find one. Meanwhile, action all over the other side, but it's already all over as Vulcan is going to be dancing around. That HE grenade going to do a lot of damage. Skid's going to be found out by Shui's. Shui's tagged down very low. Should be found out by DB. DB, last man left standing on a one-on-one. 3 frags already. Going to be smoked off. Flashbang coming through as you see DB he has made his way on towards the site. Now Prophet now walking through the smoke. He needs his gun out and he's made the correct decision. He needs to push through the smoke as DB plants. But he decides to wait for the smoke to fade. This is probably not the correct decision to make in terms of Prophet, but he hasn't heard the bomb plant go down just as of yet. So DB has waited a little bit too long. I think he is now going for the plant. He's just waiting for Prophet to push out. He can wait for time. It looks like he is going to be patiently waiting. So DB still spotting that I don't think he knows what Prophet is. I think he's just guessing. And yeah, so Prophet hasn't been faked out as DB goes for the fake plant. Prophet now uses Molotov a little bit too early, and that's exactly what DB wanted. DB is now aiming to get the frag as he's picked up a smoke grenade. Now this is the time for him to push through the smoke grenade, and he decides not to. So it's just a game of tic-tac-toe right now, really. As we do see DB charging in. Oh, Prophet charging in, unable to find him as DB does manage to get the frag towards the end. It is going to be 16-13 towards Storm for the first round, and that really was an intense game. That was absolutely huge from Magic, 42 kills. Yeah, so Storm really just getting carried on the back of Magic. So yeah, so Storm, like, give Magic stuff, because that was insane. I think the next map is going to be Inferno. I don't know what to say. Magic just went the CT side, 20 bombed I think on the CT side, and then Terror's side just the switch just went on. He's just like, I'm just gonna headshot this guy, I'm gonna headshot that guy, and then I'm gonna headshot everyone. Everyone gets a headshot from Magic. So I think in terms of Reflex, I think they just really fell apart in the trades in towards the end. They went in all one by one. That final round was very winnable from that last round was very winnable. I feel like some of their players went in a little bit too early. They were a little bit too over eager, and that may have cost them towards the end. Regardless, it we will take a short break, so it will be going on towards Inferno, and so yeah, short break. I'll catch you guys right after this break happens. Hi guys, we are back and live. I was actually gonna go to the kitchen and actually cut something, but didn't really work out. Didn't have enough time as these guys came back really quickly. As we do see interesting team tags actually coming up from Reflex as they tag up as Storm.cn. So probably a dedication for Shui's time as we do see the knife round go underway. What is Skits doing there? Stop. Always Skits the last man left standing. As we do see the knife round probably going in Storm's favour as they do have a lot of the initial kills and it is going to be Storm's favour as I think Reflex charging a little bit too far. Ah man, I forgot my water. I have to go get my water. I'll be right back. So yeah, if you guys have just joined the stream, it is currently Storm actually took the first map 16-13 on Cache over Reflex and Storm looking to close it off for tonight. I mean they did do it on the back of Magic's heroics. He did 40 bomb. Absolutely massive performance. Rest of Storm obviously now looking to emulate it, whereas Reflex probably looking to get a better start this game. They had a very poor start once again in the first map, and we just see Prophet just jumping towards Vietnam as we see a bunch of AG grenades come down. Storm doing a lot of damage with those AG grenades, but they're just gonna fall back as they have. Oh, looks like I'm not sure who Nugget. No, so Nugget is Vulcan. As we do see the rest of them now making their way towards mid. Now Magic falling back, doesn't have any grenades as Skits finds the first frag. Now Skits needs to be careful of being isolated as the rest of them now charging towards Diggity. Ooh, Skits finding another one, still alive. It's Aaron's going to find one. Skits finding another kill, but Skits eventually falling, unfortunately. DB now coming from behind, wants some as well. He's out of bullets as a matter of fact, and he's got the knife out. He's dancing around, but Sea's going to find him in the end. Sea's going to find Prophet. So, Sia outpredicted the Prophet. That just works on so many levels. Thanks for having great aliases, guys. It really makes my comedy routine so much easier. No, but Storm picking up the first round over Reflex. I think Reflex didn't really execute that much. They just really charged in towards mid and just hoped that their aim would carry their way through. It looks like they are going towards second mid now, so we do see Sia now pushing, and Magic has spotted out a lot of them. I think he wants to find the kill, as we do see Volk now charging down. But Sia coming in, Sia getting to. The rest of them now getting charged out by Skits. Skits tries to whip out the knife, isn't going to find anything, unfortunately. But yeah, comedy is a strong word. There's probably just dad puns, cringe puns, Asian puns. I don't know. I don't know what Chinese comedy is like, but whenever I watch my parents actually watch Chinese shows and they laugh at something, I'm like, what's going on? I don't know what's going on. As we do see, they have so Reflex have control of Nana, but I mean Iron's tagged quite heavily as we don't see them pushing too far just yet. So XPL is still spotting the line. We do have, I think it is Nebo that's in Vietnam just spotting mid, just waiting for the counter-terrorists to push in, and we see now that they're coming in. So XPL actually whipping out something else in return, but XPL going to spray, going to get two. Now Seer coming out, going to get 1, 2, and 3. Lining up, the head's just completely lining up for the P90 spray. Very, very easy for him. As Storm win their first three, so the pistol round and the 2 anti-eco rounds without any trouble, and it's really up to Reflex now to see where they can crack open. They do have all AKs, still waiting for Nebo to purchase something. I'm not sure if he's timed out or not. It looks like he's not sure what's happening, so he has bought up AK and grenades, so interesting to see where the terrorists are going to go. So we do see a very aggressive smoke grenade coming out for the terrorists. Now we're going to see Sia actually charging through. So Sia going to be brave. Oh, he's going to find anything. He's charged too far. Doesn't find anything, unfortunately. Magic, though, peeking through mid's going to find one. And it's up to XPL to hold this by himself now, as he is close. I think he's heard one jump up. Oh, he's sprayed a little bit too wide. He's missed Vulcan. He's backpedaling. But Iron does manage to charge in towards the end. Now they do know that one has made his way towards B site already, and that's going to be Magic. Magic has mollied and killed off Vulcan. Aaron jumping up now is going to be found out by Magic very easily. Luckily, the trade does come in. And it's going to be DB charging through the Molotov to try to get a better position. Now, I think they know he's within construction. Skid's coming in from behind, so Skids and DB are going to be working together to try to team up and get into the site as the bomb plant does go down. So Skids are spotted out one. So Prophet not peeking towards Nano is a mistake here. Molotov does come off. So Nebo, with a lot of experience, he's got the upper hand, I feel like, in this situation. He knows the location of one of the counter terrorists, but he's unable to land the spray. And really, I think that's going to cost him towards the end as DB managed to get an easy crouch spray onto him. So Nebo really needed to find that. I mean, he had the correct positioning. He was playing that correctly, just the aim wasn't there. I think he's playing too much Rust, but I think he would argue that you can't play too much Rust. But regardless of the result, they did manage to get the bomb down, so they can still afford maybe a couple of pistols. Oh, looks like they're forcing actually just AK, so they want to take the aim deals. They're confident enough to actually win the aim deals. This is quite interesting. Seer has picked up an AWP, and he's going towards Nana. He's going to go for a quick Nana pick. Oh, will they be able to find one? I am not sure at this stage now. We do see they're very, very hesitant to push up at this stage, and we do see Aaron the first man to fall. Now, I think DB may have picked a little bit too wide alongside Magic. They're going to be picked off, and now it's up to Skids to really hold this. As the smoke grenade goes out, he's the only man left on the site. Seer going to fall back towards coils. Enemies, one of the terrorists actually going to use their smokes already, so really they're going to have to work on Prophet's smoke grenades and flashbangs. I would have the picks and whatnot on Cybergamer Morphine. I'm not sure exactly who picked what, to be honest. So now they are going towards the B side. The smoke is faded. Now they've only got one smoke to work with. So the smoke is going to go towards CT. And it's really up to Seer to stay alive. If you can get one pick, great, because he can call and get the rotation coming along. But if he dies immediately, the terrorist should be able to win this round. We do see XPL is actually in CT ready to rotate. He's just spotting archers. And I think C is going to call this. He's going to flash out once. Should be able to catch out a couple of them. Ooh, tags one very low. Needs to not peek. He needs to stay alive. Or gets Nugget actually through the wall. Now, Prophet pushing in is going to be picked off as well. Need last man left standing. Does manage to get one, but he's already so low. He's on 2 HP. And it's up to him to really make this work. He's picked up the AWP. And he's peeking CT now slowly. Oh, Skid's not peeking. He's waiting. As Nebo going to throw one flash out. Going to try and plant first boxes, but he's completely blinded himself. He's going to run across. Oh, misses Skids barely as the flash wears off. And that's going to be a 5-0. I'll quickly check the veto for you, my good sir Morphine, because I do have it up here. So it looks like that Reflex picked Cache and Storm picked Inferno. So that was the veto. So Storm now up 5-0. So this is playing really just like Cache in the previous one. As we do have to see the counter-test rebuy up. So Skid's really the man with the lot of money now. Seer doing a lot of work with the AWP, getting a couple of really good picks so far, and it looks like he's aggressing towards Nana once again. So the aggression is going to leg one, and we're just going to see the flashbang immediately to deter anything else from happening. Meanwhile, Reflex's game plan is going towards mid. Yeah, my predictions aren't looking too good, so there goes my... Then again, my prediction is pretty much like, I think this team's going to win. I'm probably going to be wrong. So we do see Reflex now pushing mid, and they're just falling back. So they're using grenades, and then they're falling back, and Prophet really needs to be careful as Magic is actually just strolling across. He's going to fire, but not going to find anything, as Aaron and Vulcan have made their way towards Carps. It's going to be interesting to see how the counter-terrorists hold this, as we do see Vulcan going to be thinking about pushing out a boiler, but he's not going to be able to find anything just yet. We do see a flashbang coming out now. Magic's going to be found out, so wide peeking in a situation he shouldn't be. Now it's up to DB and Skids to do a lot of work, as we do see... Oop, so Vulcan going to be picked off. They know Skids is in pit now, so a flashbang going to come out through from DB to help his teammate. And meanwhile, Prophet now peeking towards Diggity. But Aaron now pushing out. Should be able to find Skids. Does find Skids. Now DB getting one trade. Going to be falling back towards the side. XPL going to get one. Trying to charge in through archers. And Nebo pushing through is going to get the first frag. It's up to XPL to do work, but he can't find anything. And Seer, late on the rotate, shouldn't be able to get this defuse. I feel like the positioning is good from Reflex, they should be able to shut this down. Sears picked up an AK, dropped that AWP, so they should know he's jungle side. Now they should know he's coming towards mid. And we do see Prophet reallocating himself accordingly. So does Neva, as we do see a good flashbang coming out. So this is some good teamwork. I like seeing some good teamwork from Reflex. Now Sirius spotted out one. Now charging on towards the side. I think he knows that Neva's in sight, but he's got no time. He should fall back and see if he can deny them from saving any of their guns. That would be the most ideal situation at this stage, but it looks like they're just going to exfil towards jungle instead. And that's going to be an easy save for the Reflex members. So they're going to actually pick up the AWP and AK, so that's going to be a big win for them. A big loss for Storm now because they need to force up a couple of guns and they don't have the money to do so. So Seer, opting to save the AK, really needs to drop it, I think, for one of his teammates. And it looks like he's not going to drop, so he's actually wasted one of the Molotovs already, so that's probably not good in terms of you want to keep your Molotovs because they're quite expensive. Looks like Reflex now going very heavily towards Nana as we do see an early smoke being used from Storm. We can't get the information. XPL now trying to spam through. Nana isn't going to find anything. He's not going to be happy just yet. We'll see if he's unhappy about this later as Vulcan does jump across towards the Hails. Molotov coming across, going to be denying Vulcan really an exit strategy, and Seer just needs to spam through, but I don't think he's spotted out, he's found Vulcan, but Vulcan finds him first. I see Magic spamming through, is going to eventually find Vulcan. And interesting, I heard a Molotov bounce around just then. Skits has made his way into towards second mid, and he's going to do a lot of damage as he finds two players. A pop flash coming out as he whips out the P250, nearly finds the third, but DP is going to clean it up for him, and XPL is going to find Aaron, I think, towards Nana. So Storm winning back a really quick round and absolutely destroying Reflex's economy. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Reflex charging up Nana now. This is probably the ideal situation given little pistols. Either Carps or Nana. I don't think they want to risk their way towards mid or A side because there are so many rifles, whereas if you go towards Nana, there's a chance of overwhelming the AWPer. You'd know where the AWPer plays. Seer's played very predictable, and it looks like they are going towards Nana, and Seer's going to find one pop flash coming out immediately, a flash coming out immediately afterwards. Molotov also coming out, and Vulcan's going to be isolated. This is Stop the Rush called in his track. XPL very lucky not to die towards Shui's P250. A smoke grenade going to be stopping that Molotov from... Wait, what the heck just happened? Is that Molotov seemed to be extinguished, but not really. As XPL just missed an entire clip freely. Flashbang comes out. Shui's is still untouched, actually. So Magic and XPL meanwhile dinked. So it's up to Seer to do some work. As we do see Prophet trying to do some cheeky stuff towards mid. Looks like it probably won't work as Shui's thinking of pushing in. Does get AWP through a bunch of boxes. Or nearly lines it up on the head. Very unlucky not to get the pick. Meanwhile, Prophet now coming up, unable to find anything. And the last man left standing is going to be Aaron. He's got the P250 out, charging towards mid. Has spotted out DB. They actually did dink him as well, but that's just really the story. I mean, DB doing quite well so far, I think. I mean, all the Storm really doing really well except for Magic, but I think Magic can take a bit of a break after his cache stomping performance, in fairness. And we do see the rest of Reflex actually, looks like Vulcan actually forced up an AK with just armor, no head armor, and looks like they're coming B very heavily this time, but Storm read this correctly. Not sure why that Molotov was wasted. XPL now quite aggressively, so Seer not going to find anything else. We've seen Magic actually push all the way towards bottom Nana, but he's going to die and give an M4 towards the terrorists. Mid going to be smoked off, so they still can't go towards mid. So it's DB and Skits to hold mid, as looks like they are charging up quite close. So, oh, DB nearly finding something to smoke. Unfortunately, unable to do so. To see some good teamwork coming in from Storm finally. So a flash helping his teammate escape. We're gonna see, oh, Skits. He has the knife out. He's spotting Carves. This is correct call from Reflex. As we see Skits falling back towards Pit. A Molotov coming out. Going to clear out Closet. It's not going to find anything. But we already see the rest of the counter-terrorists rotating. Vulcan is going to be found. He's by himself. This is really poor play from Reflex already. As we do see the rest of the players now charging on towards the site. And so Vulcan... Sorry, DB's going to find one. Skit's going to find another. But really, Prophet's the last man left standing, as he can't find any with the M4. It's going to be taken out by XPL. So Nebo and I think it was Shui's trying to make their way onto the site both through Diggity and Carps. Unable to do so really, as Skits in that superior pit position is able to find him quite quickly and take him out. Now, Reflex will be able to purchase up. They do have an AWP in the hands of Prophet. And 4 AKs. They don't have any utility on Vulcan. And once again, Vulcan's actually just forced no head armor. Sears more than happy just to play aggressive every single round. Manages to damage Prophet this time. And Prophet had the AWP, and the rest of Storm actually playing really aggressive towards the car position. In fact, Skid to make his way towards bedroom already, and he's not going to be found out. He should push up further to get information at this stage, as there is really no terrorist in second mid. We do have Ironhauer at bench watching. As you see, one smoke grenade's going to be smoking off Diggity, but the counter-terrorist instantly just going to be counter-smoking it. Now, Skid's still in Carps, in bedroom, more than happy just to sit and wait it out. He's not playing aggressively. As now we see Prophet just going to get a couple of cheeky no-scopes happening. That's not going to work, as the rest of Reflex, I think they are setting up for an A take, but this Molotov is going to stop them in their tracks. That flashbang was good, but not as good as the Molotov. And Skits now up against, I think it's Shui's. Shui's now thinking of pushing in, and Shui's is going to push in. Oh, that's a beautiful flash. Now, Shui's is not going to expect this from Skits, but Skits just peeking way too far. And DB does manage to get the trade, however, so he's going to fall back towards pit. It's still in a good situation for Storm to win this, as we do see the rest of them now making their way towards Diggity. Aaron, oh my goodness, some poor spray from DB, but he does manage to clean up with the last couple of bullets. Now it's up to Magic, but Magic missing a lot of shots. Vulcan going to get the frag. DB still alive somehow. He knows one is in apartments now, and he's making his way across, but Nebo finds him first. Sear gets a good AWP shot. He's peeking towards pit. He knows one is in pit, but he's allowed him to cross back over. Now it's up to XPL to do some work, as I think he's going to throw a good grenade to kind of force him off. Now it's up to Vulcan. Last man left standing is not going to find anything, and Storm romping their way to a 9-1 start so far on the counter-terrorist side, and that's what you really want. Yeah, quite interesting. It's really a reversal of the score for Magic. I think he's just used everything on cache, as now I think Reflex should be able to purchase up once again. And we do see that they've actually bought a full set of rifles, and this time it's Vulcan who hasn't purchased anything yet. As of yet, it looks like he does manage to get an AK and smoke grenades towards the end. Magic pushing too aggressive towards balcony is going to be found out. Prophet, oh my god, just ripping off DB's face. And it's up to Skits the holders now. I think he is the last man left standing, and it's going to find. Ooh, Aaron's going to outpeak him. As XPL now is going to charge in. He's going to find one. The bomb's been dropped, but Nebo finds the trade, as Sear is the last man left standing, and needs to be careful of not being picked off, but he's. Oh, so I think Nebo's actually just spotting the cross at this stage, and that's probably the correct decision. No, Nebo's walked away just at the wrong time. It's a bit sad, but I think he should hear him as he scopes in. So he's scoped in, so they know his jungle now. As Sia nearly gets his head taken off. Oh, Nebo I think just ran out of bullets and just stopped dead. Looks like Shui's is on the chase, and it looks like he will successfully pick up that frag. So with a quick mid take after Magic's, I think I would say needless aggression at this stage. You shouldn't be trying to push towards that position. You shouldn't be pushing towards balcony at this stage when you've got such a good advantage. Regardless, it is a loud reflex their second round, and it's the last, I think, of Storm's economy. Sear does have the AWP this time. He's coming towards mid. It's going to be interesting to see if he gets the pick on the AWP bar. He does manage to pick off Shui's. Shui's coming towards probably that mid position a little bit too late, a little bit too cocky, I think, to assume that there was no one there. And that was really the downfall of Reflex. They do not, I mean, Sear's adapted, Reflex have not. They've taken it fast and under control, and they've just been smoked off, and they're just now bottled in, still unable to do anything. And Nugget now, Vulcan, sorry, trying to jump up and trying to find something. XPL, I think, just spamming a little bit too late, trying to use some sound information. HE grenade coming in is going to do 1 point of armor damage. Loss of damage as there's a poor smoke grenade that's happening. XPL is now crossing on towards the site. A Molotov is going to come in. Nuggets jumped up. Oh, it's going to find him through the smoke. So XPL probably peeking a little bit too aggressively at that stage once again. It's going to force a rotation out of Storm. As we see a Molotov coming out. It's going to stop them from progressing any further. But we do see the rotation coming out in full force now. Magic in the edge of the smoke, pushing through. Oh, he shouldn't be double peeking at this stage. He should have just peeked once and been happy with it. Vulcan playing a little bit too aggressively. He's going to be picked off. As we do see another smoke towards CT. Now Prophet's going to be taken through the smoke by Magic. I think Magic did do the final tag, but I think it was someone else. As we do see Magic doing some more damage. Now, Nevo charging in is going to find another one. Prophet a little bit angry at Magic just then. Aaron now coming across, unable to find anything, however. And that's going to be Storm picking it up. And that's forcing Reflex onto probably a pistol, just a couple of pistols for this round. And they should be able to purchase up for the second final round. The second and final, hopefully. No, it looks like they are forcing this round. So Nevo's forced up a UMP. The rest of them forcing up a bunch of pistols. This is probably not the smart decision, but it looks like they're confident of actually winning this round. Now, Sears opted to go back towards Nana with the AWP. She'll be able to find Vulcan as Vulcan is pushing his way up. Now, they have made their way towards Carps and Balcony, the rest of the terrorists, but Aaron's going to eat a grenade for 40 damage. Nevo's going to tag his teammate, so a bit of a situational unawareness there. As we do see I'm thinking about peeking Boiler, really nothing's going to happen over it. The rest of Reflex making their way towards mid. Magic needs to be careful, and he does throw out the Molotov. This is very good timing, as Vulcan is the man who's isolated, as Skids cleans him up. And that's some good cross-firing that's coming out from Storm, and a little bit too aggressive coming out from the rest of the players of Reflex. Now, Shui's in good position to get the trade, but Skids managed to get another one. He is dinked, however. Sear now coming to back him up. Sear's going to get Nebo. The bomb's now dropped. The last man left hand is going to be Prophet, who's out in the middle of the open, completely flashed. And Storm going to pick up an easy kill. They didn't even lose a single gun. And Reflex going to have no money after that force. Looks like they're going to have to just eco one more time for the final round. It looks like that Nebo is forcing up once again. The rest of the team not forcing up. Looks like only Vulcan forcing up. Nebo, otherwise I think there's a bit of a breakdown in communication. Magic now dropping an AWP. He didn't want 2 AWPs on the team. I think it was a bit of a misbuy, so that's quite smart. And we do see Sear very confident now. He's been unpunished so far, unchecked by this AWP. Sorry, unchecked with the AWP in hand so far. I mean, he hasn't been outpicked. He hasn't been pushed down and taken out until he's gotten 2 kills. Why not go aggressive and get the initial pick and get some information? DB, meanwhile, is going to tag, I think, Prophet through the smoke. And really, Reflex just have no game direction at this stage. She's just running everywhere right now, trying to find something, but finding nothing. A Molotov is going to come out. XPL's still playing aggressive, so he hasn't learned from his previous lesson. We do see that Nebo has made his way towards Carps. But really, Reflex still split up, and if he goes out by himself, he's going to be in a world of hurt. A Molotov now coming out just as the smoke fades to really deny them. DB just spotting the corner of the line. The bomb is towards B, so really it's up to Prophet and Nebo to sell this as hard as they can. Prophet now going to be tagged out quite heavily. Magic more than happy to fall back, but Prophet on 40 HP. Still thinking about pushing in, and he's going to link up with Nebo towards Diggity side, I would say, as Jungle side has been cleared out. Look at that. So it looks like Prophet is charging towards Diggity side. XPO now holding out the Molotov. And this is really bad for... This is really bad for Reflex because they've taken way too long. That Molotov is going to come out at the right timing. They're not going to have time to get onto the site. And if they don't die towards this, then there is no chance they're going to be able to purchase up in the final round. It looks like they have to go. So XPL is going to peek out once again. He should be taken down. But he does manage to do a lot of damage. Sear should whip out the pistol at this stage. He does. He should be able to clean out quite easily. He does get one AWP kill. Magic coming in from CT is going to get the last kill. And this is going to force the final round situation. Sear's in a good mid-pick position, so it's up to him to take out Prophet. Prophet has the AWP. I'm going to see Nebo probably going to be forcing up, once again, Armor and UMP. The rest of the terrorists with AKs. And they do have enough utility. Now it's an AWP off between Prophet and Sear, Who's going to win? And it looks like it's going to be Prophet with the victory this time. So Sears finally going to be taken down, deny the 20 bomb on the CT half. And it looks like they're just going to charge through very aggressively. And they've got mid and diggity control already. Aaron has already pushed in towards quad. Skits, that nade should do a heavy amount of damage. But Storm, I think, using too much of the utility way too early, and this is problematic as XPL now is going to fall towards Vulcan. Now Shui's now dueling out with DB. Skits, the last man left standing on the site, and he's coming towards Diggity. He gets one, needs to be careful not being picked up by the Orphan. He tries to fall back, but Nebo pushes in through Carbs, finds him, and Magic, the last man left standing. Can he put up some magic? No, he can't, unfortunately, as Vulcan takes him down, and that's going to be a 12-3 half. So, that's going to be in the favor. That's going to be heavily in the favor of Storm so far, but it's going to be hard for Reflex to come back. But with a couple of good CT rounds, it'd be quite easy. But it's going to be difficult. I think Storm, if they win the pistol round, it's pretty much game over. We do see DB with a bunch of smoke and flashes. It's going to be interesting to see if he peeks out. He is peeking out towards mid. Very interesting. Very risky as I think Nebo is tagged, but so is DB. So DB's on 2 HP with the rest of the counter-terrorists pushing down towards Nana very aggressively. So Storm have lost any semblance of Nana control. They need to go towards A. Because Vulcan and Prophet have already pushed their way towards Log as well as close towards the corner and Nana. I'm not sure exactly what the position is called. And see now peeking out. It's not going to find anything. It's going to find one. So they know one's at Logs. Okay, so they know both counter-terrorists are aggressive. Prophet's picked off Skits. They spot where the bomb is. Magic is the man charging in. And they need to all go together now as the counter-terrorists are reloading. And it looks like they find all of them. Now, they don't know Shui's. Shui's in an excellent position. He's rotated early. He's in second box. He's in second origins. Origins. He's going to find one onto XBL, but yeah, too sharp. It's going to find him. I don't know why I said origins. It's oranges. Not origins? Oranges. Oranges? Oranges? That doesn't sound right when I say it. Oranges. Citrusy vitamin C fruits. Oranges. Yeah. As we do see an amazing aim battle happening. Magic's going to be taken out, but DB coming in from the lurk is going to pick up the final kill. And that's going to be Storm 13, Reflex 3. Thanks, Constance. Yeah, that's enough. Thank you. I just got like an amazing meal cooked for me, so you guys can all be jealous. I'm sponsored by Constance, which is amazing. We do see now that Storm, they have purchased armor and pistols. Where meanwhile, Reflex have purchased armor and pistols. Sorry, Storm, however, opted to go for rifles and SMG. So 2 Mac 10s, 2 Khalils, and AK. It's quite an interesting buy up at this stage. But once again, no Nana control as we do see them make their way towards Carps. Aaron, it needs to be careful not being picked off. He does manage to fall back in time, however. And we're going to see Storm now charging in towards Diggity and Mitch. As we do see some dinkage going around at the moment. So Magic is so Skid's the first one to fall. Magic going to fall soon afterwards. Now DB also going to be found out, and XPL also going to be picked off from Carps. And also Magic is actually not dead yet. So Magic's still alive for some reason as he's made his way towards Pit. Now, he's in a bad position. Prophet, with one good grenade, should be able to kill him. But I think Magic... Oh, he's dodged the grenade, and... Oh, Neba's going to find him. Sear, the last man left standing, is going to be taken down, and that's probably not what Storm needed, and that's exactly what Reflex needed. Just waited for Storm to just play too aggressively. The Storm, all they needed to do was just play slowly and just clear the lines, and they need to... I mean, XPL told me today that they haven't been able to practice as much yet, but these are just common sense things where that you need to go in together in an anti-eco. You don't just charge in willy-nilly against a line where counter-terrorists can stack. You got to go in together, clear with Molotovs and HE grenades, and see if you can make your way in. They bought up pistols because I think they're confident on being able to purchase the next round. They're not confident enough of winning against rifles. So as this happens, as we do see an initial flashbang towards top and mid, Shui does manage to dodge it, as we do see Skits now charging in. He's only got a Glock, meanwhile DB is going to cop an HE grenade for 50 damage. And Vulcan, is going to flash out. It's not going to find anything as... Skits actually just has a Glock. I don't know what he's trying to do with it, sitting towards this bench position. But it looks like that Storm are going towards Nana. Now, an H-Hero is going to come out just a little bit too early. Profit is supporting him, however. So we're going to see him tap fire. Smoke Grenade's going to come out. The counter flash is coming out as well, and the counter smoke's coming out. The Storm should be charging in through this, I reckon, quite shortly, as we do see a bit of spammage going through the smoke. Nothing is going to be found on either end. So now Storm really just looking to see if they can catch any rotators off guard, but Reflex playing this very, very well. They're waiting for the counter terrorist to come towards them, but the counter terrorist not going to be pushing. They don't want to lose this round. It's a crucial round. I see XPL leading the charge now, so it looks like they've sold this quite well. Now they know the location of one counter terrorist, so they don't know the location of the other counter terrorists. We do see Prophet getting one, getting two, getting three very quickly. And now he does manage to get clean out towards the end, but Vulcan does manage to get one himself, and DB's last man standing should be a very easy cleanup, and it is for Reflex as they take that round. Interesting to see that Storm is actually forcing up, so Magic has bought the AK and a flashbang, the rest of them still deciding what to get. Sears actually had enough money to afford an AWP, so getting interesting to see. It's going to be an AWP off, and I don't think Prophet is going to be expecting this. He may lose this if Sear gets into position just in time, so we'll see Prophet coming across. Oh, he spotted out one, but he's going to fall back, as I think it was Magic who has jumped into Vietnam immediately. Now we're going to see actually Skids coming towards Carps is going to find Iron very quickly, so that's going to open up the A side for the terrorists. XPL now backing up Skids. So this is a lot better from Storm now, working in unison. Now we do see that the counter terrorist playing very aggressive towards Nana. Magic very lucky to not be damaged as he's crouching across. An HE grenade coming down from Shui's isn't going to find too much. Does do a little bit of damage. It does manage to damage the terrorist enough that a single good M4 shot would kill them immediately. So it's up to... I think Storm just need to regather at this stage and take the bomb. Reflex need to do one... Just need to play passive and just crossfire at this stage. They've got a good crossfire setup towards A site. If they can cross towards Pit, it would be better. But Skits now just waiting for that smoke to dissipate before he goes through Carps. And look at this. They know they're going towards A. So this is exactly what Storm didn't need to do. And Reflex, they're playing it perfectly. They've got Vulcan now on the flank. They know they're going towards A. He spotted them going towards Diggity. Nothing towards Pit just yet. Prophet's going to open it up. And there's going to be 3 here. Prophet's going to get 2. Nebo, meanwhile, still alive. Prophet getting 3. And Sear's the last man left standing. He's going to get 1. He knows one's in graveyard. And I think he knows one's in sight. And he's in no position to push out. He's got 15 seconds left. He's the last man left standing. And I don't think he can cross safely. He's probably going to have to... He's picked up the AK. He still wants to go for this. Interestingly enough. Nope, he's going to go back and pick up the AWP and save. So, really, just Storm just losing on the crossfire aspect and just putting one lurker towards Nana. I mean, if you exit Nana, you pick one... You just get one player to play lurker position. That was an easy kill into Vulcan. You just go, look, these guys have rotated out of B. We can go towards B now and execute there. So Storm really, I think they just want to finish this as quick as possible, but that's really costing them these rounds. As a result, Reflex now slowly coming back into it. They're going to get more and more confident as this drags on. Sear does still have the AWP. It looks like he's going towards Nana this time. Might be able to find Prophet if Prophet pushes out too far. Looks like Prophet isn't, and he's just watching an empty position at this stage. Meanwhile, we're going to see 2 charging towards Carps. Are unlucky to get out alive. They're still charging in. Skid's going to catch a grenade for a lot of damage. Sear picking off Vulcan. So this time the aggression now punished by the terrorists. And that's exactly what you need to do. Now the smokes are being used early on towards Nana. And Storm now falling back. So Skid's being picked off once again. He's by himself. Inexcusable at the situation. DB getting a good A4 shot into Aaron's going to clean him off as Aaron was tagged earlier. Now Shui is now spotting towards Graveyard. Spotting Carps from Graveyard. Susan Nebo also rotating across. No flashbangs yet. Sear now peeking out. Oh, they're just going to miss each other just at the right timing. So she's dancing about to see exactly who finds who. And this is going to be a good flash. It's going to catch both of them as a matter of fact. And oh, it actually hasn't caught them, but Sear has missed the crucial AWP shot. DB has found him, and now they know where Shui's position is. Shui's in a good... However, Sear is quite low, and he's missed the initial AWP shot. He should be able to find DB. DB has no armor, but DB doing so much work so far. And I think Prophet's made too much noise, and it's going to be found out. And That's not a round that Reflex should have lost. They just lost against simple aim deals, which DB won. I mean, not taking anything against DB, but he had no armor. That should have been easy victories. But he took 3 kills, and as a result, really just opened it up for Storm. It's going to be interesting to see where they're going to go. So it looks like Shui is now going aggressive, but he wants to find someone's face, but he gets his face taken off. Now Vulcan thinking of going aggressive. He's going to pop flash through, and he's thinking of charging down. There are smoke grenades through. Sear's going to fire a little bit early, not going to find anything. However, he finds a good shot, good prediction through towards the Nana columns. Is going to find a kill. So Sear really doing a lot of work. He's hunting for the 3 bomb, as a matter of fact, finding 9 kills so far in this Terrazarf, and this is the correct read from Storm, as Ara now charging through the smoke. Needs to be careful, needs to time it correctly, as my GoTV lags out just a little bit. No, it looks like he's going to push through towards mid. Sear has heard him. He hasn't communicated this exactly, as Skit's the first man being picked off. Now he's made his way towards Boiler, spotted out DB. Oh, DB, good shot to really clean him up. Now Nebo and Prophet, really the last 2 left standing. Nebo tries to find something, finds XPL. Unfortunately, Magic finds him. Now Prophet, the last man standing, charging in. Gets the AK. Doesn't know where the last 2 are and has to tap the bomb. Watching the wrong position. Sear more than happy to charge in and clean him up with the Tech 9. 15-6, final round match point. This is also a game point, so Reflex looks like they may be going towards the bottom of the ladder. Storm picking up their first victory, so Storm going to be a little bit hardened by this victory, I would say. It's going to be a confidence builder for them as their new team gels together. Reflex, this is, I would say, probably an unacceptable result. They really got to look at their early game and go to figure out, okay, what are we doing wrong towards the early game? What can we do to fix this? This is a symptomatic problem now. It's happened again and again. They always lose their first rounds very heavily, 6, 7, 8 rounds in a row, and that's just not good enough at this level. You got to figure out ways to stopping that momentum, and Skit's very lucky not to be found by Prophet. DB finds the first kill towards jungle. Prophet does manage to get the trade. Magic meanwhile finding Vulcan, and DB now charging in. Oh, finds Prophet. Aaron meanwhile gets XPL, and the bomb is now dropped. And DB going to be chasing and getting an easy frag, and Magic is going to clean up Shui's. That's going to be a good game. So Storm going to win that 16-3, 16-6, and yeah, once again, just not good enough from Reflex. Storm still things to work on. It is, I mean, it's picking up for them. There is some stuff that's looking like it's coming together. Some team flashes coming in together. So flashes that are utilized to help your teammates. Crossfire setup. That's good to see. What's not good to see is that still these elementary errors. In terms of picking people out, Skits, you need to really go back and go and do some hard DM again. That aim is not acceptable at this level. I saw a lot of shots missing. So I think in terms of Reflex, I don't know what was happening there. Nebo, you really just got to work on not force buying when the rest of your team is not force buying. So yeah, it's just not good enough at this stage because it's just not good enough at this stage for Reflex. They really just got to work on early rounds and just individual players not buying stuff. So yeah. Oh, good. No worries. Alright, I'll take a bit of a break right now. I'll just try to get the graphics for the next game ready. I don't think I can actually. Can I actually edit? No, I can't edit while... I think I can work around that. I mean, all I just do is I just take out... It's lucid, and then yeah. Oh, look at that. It's pre-rendered. I should have pre-rendered it, and I think it's up against... It's up against Converge, wasn't it? Now that's not pre-rendered, and you got to just stretch it out to make sure it just covers all the white spots. You got to make sure it's the right size. This is quality MS Paint. As you can see, just the quality editing of my abilities. But regardless, I'm going to go for a little bit of a quick break. I will be going directly into the Vanquishers versus Dismay. So I've actually got the wrong game. That's like the Thursday game. I actually don't think I have their logos, so I'm just going to leave it blank. That's actually probably better, so I'll be right back.
So I said, no, 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 it was supposed to be my pentakill. Why did you die to me? I killed, I know, 1, 2, 3 for champions. I can't believe you're trolling. No, it was supposed to be my pentakill. Why did you die to me? I killed, I know, 1, 2, 3 for champions. I can't believe you're trolling.
Wait a minute!
So I said, no, 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 it was supposed to be my pentakill. Why did you die to me? I killed, I know, 1, 2, 3 for champions. I can't believe you're trolling. No, it was supposed to be my pentakill. Why did you die to me? I killed, I know, 1, 2, 3 for champions. I can't believe you're trolling.
production value clearly through the roof tonight, as you can clearly tell. But we will be going live very shortly in the Vank versus Dismay match. So let's just get into the game. Actually, let's not. I had to fix something first, but there you are. So this is the second map actually. So we're just waiting on one of Dismay's players. I think it is. No, so we're waiting for one of Vank's players. AJK is a new player for Dismay, so that's quite interesting. They picked up him. So AJK obviously a very very strong player. No, has played Division 1 before, so this is definitely a good pickup for Dismay. You know what, Vank, I mean, I watched them play a little bit on the Inferno map, which they lost 16-10. They picked up 9 rounds on the CT side, which is pretty good, but they only managed, 9 rounds, no, 6? Picked up 9 rounds on the T side, I think, but they only managed to pick up 1 on the CT side, or something like that. It was 16-10 towards the end, that's all I know, and that was in the favour of Dismay towards the end. It's going to be interesting to see how it goes. Yeah, it's just going to be interesting to see how it goes, I guess. I mean, I haven't seen Vank play, even though they're at the bottom of the ladder. I feel like they are probably a lot stronger than their ranking should be, but I haven't been able to confirm it with my own eyes yet. So, yeah, pretty much watching this match just to see exactly what Vank is capable of, and really just to see Dismay rise even further, I guess. I mean, Dismay, very, very strong so far. It's going to be interesting to see how they go overall, if my Go TV doesn't lag. Yeah, I know, Cobblestone. I think this is the second Cobblestone that I've seen. I've only commentated on one Overpass game so far, I think. But it'd be nice to see Vank get the last player in. Until then, we're just going to have to patiently wait, I guess. Well, looks like we've got a bunch of disappearing players from all over the place, so yeah, why not alt tab out? I was gonna say, oh yeah, I've got an interview that's actually coming up, so it's gonna be good. It's with James from IM. Just so lethargic right now. I'm so sleepy. I just want to go home and sleep. The irony is that I'm at home, but I just want to go home and sleep because, yeah, first map was Inferno, 16-10. Very quick victory for Dismay. I think towards the end they picked up a bunch of rounds solidly in a row. Now it's just really. Sorry, I'm just tired. I'm sick of stalling. I've done a lot of talk shows today. Oh look, we finally do have all 10 players in, so let's get directly into it. I mean, it's the exciting part. You know, when games go live, that's really exciting because it means that we're actually going somewhere. So we are going live finally. I don't have to dawdle on anymore about random things in life. Everyone's really happy about me not talking about random things in life, but it is going to. I think the team that wins might want to start on T side actually. Once again, it depends on the playstyle of the team. I think this would be Dismay's pick of map. I do know Dismay likes playing Cobblestone. Yeah, it was Dismay that played Cobblestone the other day. So I think they're very confident going into this matchup. As we do see now, the knife round. This might go in Vank's favor actually, as Vank do have the numbers. AJK trying to come in from behind is unable to do anything. Y2K does have HP, but he needs to kill Feeble without being tagged, and he needs to take down, kick and kill, or tries flying in, but trying to surprise them. But that was probably the wrong move there. Interesting to see where Vank decide to take it. They're going to take it T or CT. Looks like they have voted to stay T, so probably wouldn't say interesting decision, maybe a standard decision now. I think Cobblestone is intrinsically T-sided due to the fact that you can fake them out. It really rewards just manipulating the map in ways never thought before in other maps, where if you rotate too early, your rotation is cut off by that drop room player. So it's interesting to see how it goes. So introducing the lineups with Dismay, we have Simo, Riser, Y2K, Azza, and finally to round it up we have AJK. So on the side of Vank we have Feeble, RL, Kick and Kill, Cadius, and Life Before Death. I think I've played with Cadius before and RL is on my friends list, so I think we used to play together in Source. And it's quite interesting to see instantly a boost room strat coming out from Dismay, and it looks like that Azza has made his way in towards place already. He's got the dualies out, but I think he may be taken out very quickly, and he is taken out. And this is Vank's opportunity to enter onto the site immediately. And we see a good flash coming out. So Vank looking very well oiled so far. Riser trying to come in from behind. Oh my goodness, good shot. It's going to find Cadius and the Tech 9. HK meanwhile stuck in Chicken Coop. He should be taken out quite shortly. And he is taking down the head. He also managed to drop the P250 for RL, but Riser and Simo teaming up to take down both of the players. Oh my goodness, Kick and Kill with an amazing shot. And another one onto Simo, and he's going to take the round. Huge plays from Kick and Kill. 4 kills with that Tech 9. And really, just that armor and Tech 9, you can see the power. Oh, I gotta advertise. Advertisement is like crucial because otherwise no one comes. And then so far it's looking good from Vank actually. Like I've actually seen some world old execution out of it, and like to see where they've been falling apart. As we do see that Vank has slowly made their way towards B, and AJK is a good position to spot out. He's spotted out 2, dancing around trying to do a little bit more, but he's going to be taken down eventually by Kick and Kill. As meanwhile, a very easy headshot from RL. Simo's in a good position to do some damage. He's still waiting to see if he can spot any more. He's spotted one going towards Chicken Coop, holding onto his fire. He wants the AK, and you can see that he wants the AK. He still stayed hidden. As you see the bomb planter going across, he's going to get the kill onto the bomb planter, a double headshot. Does know the AK is behind him, and he's going to be taken out. Meanwhile, Life Before Death is going to find an easy kill on Riser, so they only lose the 1 SMG and the bomb plants, which is not much in the scheme of long things. I see a bit of banter from Riser. I'm not sure what's going on there. Maybe they whiffed both a lot of bullets, and maybe there was a bit of comedy happening. As you see now that once again, so it looks like that Dismay just boosting up every single round. So Az is going to get the headshot on towards Feeble, and he's pushing up. The HE grenade is going to come in trade. Az going to be blown up into oblivion, and that's some good reactionary play from. Actually from Vank, and now they're going to come into a speed site once again. AJK dancing behind statue is going to be chased down by Life Before Death. Life Before Death is going to be dinked, however. Riser now within drop room. He's not being surrounded from other sides, but now Cadius is actually coming in. As he is now pushing in. We are all good, I think, as Cadius gets Y2K. Riser, oh my goodness, amazing flick shot. The 5-7 is going to find him in the head, and he's made his way out as well. Probably looking to get a couple of more exits to see if he can get a bit more damage done. And now he's just crossing. He's actually managed to cross the doors without being spotted out. And looks like he's just waiting. Yeah, I think it may just be. I think it's just congestion, man. And Life or Death actually with 5 HP with that flashbang is going to take down Riser towards the end with a well-placed headshot. And that's going to be the 3 rounds for Vank. Now it's up to Dismay to counter-strike. Or counter-attack, should I say. But they can also counter-strike. It is their prerogative. As we see Riser picking up their AWP. Now, on Inferno, I did see Riser actually do quite well on Inferno with the AWP. It looks like he's just spotting passively towards mid. He's going to manage to dodge a grenade by himself there. And we see Vank now playing a lot slower towards the speed side. That flashbang going a little bit aura, I think, just catching one of the teammates in the face. We do see AJK now boosted up. And we've got 3 counter-terrorists towards this B side. Drop room's been left open. Really no players in Vank actually exploiting drop room so far. We do have Life Before Death has actually made his way towards sewers. Cadius now has spotted out AJK. AJK dancing about now, and Cadius is going to find him. Now, Y2K has spotted out Life Before Death, but missing a couple of easy M4 shots. Life Before Death now coming out to try to take the aim deal. Meanwhile, Cadius is going to fall, but Kick and Kill is going to get the trade onto Simo, so it looks like it's going to be a B-side execute, but Vank still have time to execute towards this A-side. They may have taken it a little bit too slowly. A couple of misplaced grenades. It's up to Ryzer to really watch the cross and see if he can deny it, as is in drop room. But there are really no counter-terrorists inside B-side itself. Now, Life Before Death may be picked off, but Az is actually rotated off before watching drop, and we now see Ryzer picking off one. Bomb has made his way behind Statue. It should be safe for now. A 2-on-3, and Y2K is very low, and Feeble not peeking out just as yet. So he's playing it safe, waiting for his teammates to back him up. Ryzer's going to fire once, and it's going to be taken out by Life Before Death. Life Before Death probably just pushing a little bit too quickly there. And it's going to force Y2K to save. Y2K on 5 HP, sorry, is too low to make any impact in this round, and just has to try to keep whatever he can. The rest of Disbay, absolutely no money whatsoever, and it's looking good for Vank so far. Looking very solid. Not sure why they've been losing all of this if they're playing so solidly like this, but regardless, we shall wait and see what the latter rounds bring as they pick up their 4th round. That's the first 4 rounds in their favour. And it's Dismay once again with a eco. It looks like Az has brought up armor and a P250. The rest of the players still deciding. Simo and Az have bought armor and P250. Is really AJK. AJK actually is forced up a CZ. Rise is forced up a 5.7. So it's up to Y2K maybe to play a little bit aggressively and see if he can get a couple of guns. But it looks like the Dismay actually stacking towards A side here. They may be able to find one, as Life Before Death is going to throw an HE grenades. Not going to find anything. Don't think, you may actually tag Riser for 1 HP. With that end of the grenade. The bomb has been dropped towards the back of B side. It looks like that Life Before Death is now pushing in towards long A by himself. He's going to be found out, and they're going to find a very, very easy kill on him. So Vank now, that was very, very silly. So once again, the problems that plagued the previous teams in the CGM casting, once again, plagues this team as well. So Ryzer now pushing out. This is really risky as Cadius finds a very, very easy kill. That's a textbook AWP shot from back of T-Ramp. Flash coming through, but RL not risking peeking as Cadius is making his way back towards T-Spawn. AJK now pushing towards T-Con, probably towards the T-Con stairs. Now the rest of the terrace have made their way in towards platform, as actually underneath them in a good position as he takes down RL. Feeble dinked, as with that amazing P250 shots, also going to clean him up, and all of a sudden Cadius is the last man left standing, is waiting for the flank play. As we do see AJK jumping about, and AJK with the CZ is going to clean him up towards the end. And Vank actually losing a round, probably just losing the first player and just running through the smoke, trying to force a play onto the site with 2 players only. Didn't end very, very well for them, and they're going to lose the first round. They do have enough money to buy up, but no AWP, and this AWP has been given to the hands of AJK. So will AJK hit some nice shots? We shall soon see, or should we get the AJK and the bin spams ready? Well, we'll also have to wait and see. It looks like I think he may communicate that he wants a boost from one of his teammates, but it looks like he may play the chicken coop position. But the rest of the terrorist, is just charging Dawn to this A side. So a bit of a variation is going to find an exploit in the armor of Dismay. Now Y2K is by himself, and before long should be picked off from behind by Feeble, and Feeble does find him very easily. Dismay smoked off now. AJK finds the first kill, so it looks like he found it quite easily. Az now finding another one. Now it looks like AJK being mollied off. Oh my goodness, taking a lot of damage as Cadius gets a kill. Another HE grenade. RL being found out by Simo. Cadius gets the kill onto AJK as he misses the no-scope, and Life Before Death gets the final kill. And so Vank coming back, reading that Dismay actually stacked 3 towards B, so Vank playing quite solidly. I'm not sure why they haven't been able to pick up a map just yet. Maybe this is a week they've sealed it together, but still some basic mistakes they need to patch up. So that fast A execute definitely working in their favor. Maybe they'll try it again this time. As we do see Ryzer actually just force up the scout, so it is a force buy from Dismay, and Y2K needs to be careful of not pushing out beyond that line. The terrorists are watching it, and this time they did bring back up, so it looks like it's going to be Life Before Death and Feeble working together, and that's 1 taken down, and can that be 2? No, Feeble tagged once in the body, unable to be hit in the head, however. Meanwhile, I think Az was boosted once again into drop, but I think they just played it too many times, and it's up to Simo to solo hold this. But the bomb is making its way towards A site, so AJK playing that rotating position. Needs to do some heavy lifting towards this position himself. And he's spotting that Cadius who's AWPing that mid. So Ryzer now jump spotting it. Needs to be careful of Long as he's going to be picked off. He's really just pushed himself too far into a poor position. And AJK now probably opting to save alongside with Simo. And that's probably a good decision. As we do see them kind of crossfiring each other, but it's going to be Vank now up quite heavily in this half. I mean, 6-1. I think this may be a little bit dismayed, haha. But I think they'll be actually quite disappointed in their CT hold so far. Really, just individual play errors as probably pushing a little bit too far. He needs to rein in the aggression. He needs to just hold back when you're down numbers, especially on a map on Cobblestone. You know, you just got to crossfire one of your teammates. Just set up a crossfire, get a couple of good kills. See, there's Asdead's body in drop room. I mean, that's the third time he's done it. You know, Vank's gonna read it. Vank knows that they're gonna play drop room, so he needs to play a lot less frequently. He needs, instead of going to the as to play every single time something goes wrong, he needs to go to it as, okay, we're gonna mix it up, kind of surprise it. Otherwise, Rise are just playing too aggressively. Also with the scout just sitting towards shed, whatever they call it. I think it is stable. It is towards stable. I mean, what are you doing? You have no chance of killing lots of people quickly with a scout unless you get some amazing shots in. It looks like they're going to go aggression towards long. This is going to be interesting. As AJK may be the first man to peek out. Life before death, the first man charging through. Cadius going to get taken out. And sorry, Cadius is going to find two. Sorry, Cadius wasn't taken out. He's going to take down Y2K. As we do see the rest of them going towards B side. And AJK making a big error, keeping a knife out. Does manage to find Feeble though. Feeble unable to do 100 points of damage, only doing 80 points of damage. So that's not going to get him past the Centrelink checkpoint list of identity requirements. And it is a 3-on-3. The Terrorists making their way towards B. And it looks like Dismay once again going to save. Not sure if Dismay want to go for this. They do have a kill on HOK, but they have to get past the AWP of Cadius, who's been absolutely on fire so far today. I mean, look at that. He's on 714. He's flashed off, still behind Statue. He's one of his teammates in Chicken Coop. Cadius finds one in Riser. Now, HOK dancing out does manage to pick up the AWP, but Kick and Kill gets a trade immediately afterwards. So some good peeking, and Simo once again saves, I think, for another round in a row. Yeah, I guess puns really just vanquish me. They elude me. And so Simo gonna save. Don't like this. I mean, why are you saving with your knife out? You can keep your gun out. You can pay attention towards when enemies are coming. You don't know when enemies are hunting you. That's when, I mean, basic mechanics. I mean, HJK, you saw here the right thing. Like, even though he was rotating with a knife all the way out, he did pull out the gun towards the end, and like that's like the risk between you actually have to go fast as opposed and like time / get into a position, so on and so forth. It's like a mixture of those. Looks like that the counter terrorists going to be stacking towards the B site this time, and probably the correct read is Kick and Kill now. So they're coming out by himself. Now, as completely flash does manage to dink one, needs to fall back. Now Feeble drops down with the bomb. He's taken down. RL actually getting a good trade around the corner. AJK finds Statue. Cadius finds him very easily. And now it's up to Y2K to do a lot of work, but he's in a poor position as a smoke grenade comes out. RL drops, Kick and Kill. Not going to be tagged once as Y2K still in a poor position. The bomb is dropped, and he's isolated between three positions, and Cadius does manage to eventually pick him off. Now, the rest of Dismay making tons of noise on the rotate. There is no chance that... Well, Cadius, very lucky not to get taken down there. That HE grenade bouncing in a very interesting geometry matter. Is Vank now taking the bomb. Interesting to see where they go with this, and it looks like they are going towards A. They both line up, but they missed the A force spray. And Vank now winning the half already, 8-1, but they definitely want more as I go through some dropped frames. Great. Great. Okay, a bit of dropped frames as I think my internet connection timed out for a little bit, but we're back as we do see spray through B corridor, not going to find anything, and HJK sitting right underneath Boost. Well, that pop flash isn't going to find anything as now spotting the line. I think he spotted RL's head, And RL has spotted his head as well. And RL's going to risk the peak. Doesn't manage to get the kill in the end. And Dismay is trying to stack towards the B site. The Dismay won the first map 16-10 on Inferno. Frisky. Did you guys win? Frisky? Or did you guys lose? And AJK escapes at the wrong time as the smoke grenade goes down. RL very lucky to escape actually. As they actually make their way towards A, so they've actually cut off the rotators. So it's quite smart play from Vank this time as they cut off the rotators. Now, you shouldn't really be leaving Kick and Kill by himself to just kind of just delay this, but he's doing an admirable job so far as he gets 2 kills. And the rest of the terrorists now just isolated in the B side. Riser is going to be picked off with an easy headshot. Y2K, the last man left standing. It's going to be in drop room. And he's going to see if he can find a couple of kills, but I think he knows one's in drop. He finds Feeble, misses the last 2 shots unfortunately. He's dropping down to B platform. Needs to hide to take down Kick and Kill, so he can do some damage. Yeah, so he should be able to save an AK for himself. He does a bit of damage. He finds RL, but with the aim punch, the AK spray goes Ori, and RL's going to clean him up. And now Vank heavily in control, and Dismay still have no idea how to come back towards this. Yeah. Yo, sorry. Hi guys, sorry I was away for a bit, but it looks like not much has happened as Dismay. I think there was a pause that was happening as well, so lucky me as we do see Dismay pick up the first couple of kills on this round. Now it's Feeble and Life Before Death, the last 2 left standing. Now it looks like Feeble does manage to pick up Y2K. Now Simmer on the side, Riser should be able to pick up one in stable. Misses the HE grenade luck, unfortunately. Now Simo does manage to get the bomb down. Life Before Death, last man left standing. Turns away from the flashbang just before it pops. And he's just dancing around now. Has to be really careful. Gets for one. Now HK with a full blind spray managed to get him in the head in the end. But so Dismay finally going to pick up a first round in a long time. But they need to string a couple of victories together. Otherwise, it's still not looking good for them. Yeah, so looks like that Vank are going just for a heavy A aggression this time, and it looks like they're it looks like they're not charging it. So Rise actually counterpunching. He's trying to charge through the smoke. I think it's going to be found out. It is found out in the end by Life Before Death, and Simo now is going to be found out by Kick and Kill. So this aggression from Dismay probably not needed. As Feeble has actually made his way all the way towards A side. Now he spotted out Y2K, takes him out very, very easily. As smokes do come out towards Connector, and as needs to be careful being cut out by RL, as RL has made the correct decision to go towards drop to see if he can get a couple of picks. He has 2 of them. He spot out AJK, so AJK has been taken down. Now as the last man left standing, I think RL knows where he is as well, but Az gets an easy quick kill onto him, and now the rest of the terrorists are going to be hunting him as Az tries his best to save the AK. just a bit of calm before the storm, so to speak. As now pushing out, I think he's heard kick and kill, and he takes him out very easily. Goes right into his goes right into the crosshairs. I think this map pick was Dismay's because I don't think other teams would pick Cobble. And as why would you repeat that? So once again, just basic errors. Like why are you going for aim deals? This is not free for all deathmatch where you can respawn. You got to save your gun. You've just forced your team onto a really poor pistol position. You could have saved an AK, forced up a couple of pistols, had an attempted victory. So I frown upon very poorly taken aim deals. I approve of well taken aims, not poorly taken aim deals. And we do see a bunch of Molotovs and HE grenades just going to be making sure that no counter-terrorist boosts, and Y2, we're going to see Y2K bang across a couple of times, but RL needs to be careful. There is going to be a flashbang coming across. There's no backup from any other teammates in drop room, so RL needs to be careful. However, the bomb has made his way towards drop. Riser gets one, AJK gets another. The bomb's been lost. They've gone in too quickly as it's been spotted out and sells Y2K, so RL still really good HP to do some damage. Now AJK behind the box is going to be tagged quite low, and he is going to try and escape. He does manage to escape before the Molotov pops. He's going to deny the terrorists any control of B platform as well by volleying it off himself. And Cadius needs to push in faster. I know there's 55 seconds left on the timer, but looks like Life Before Death is charged out, and Simo is watching that line, and Riser is now just dancing it out. JK does have an AK, but they've retrieved the bomb, and they can go back to A now. Cadius has controlled A side, so that's well played by Vank, as they manage to escape safely. And I think now Dismay knows what's happening. They're trying to rotate backwards, but Cadius is just watching that line like a hawk. Any counter-terrorist that goes into it is going to be taken down. Very easy neutralization. Now, Riser is now pushing on towards the site. RL does manage to trade him out, and Simo's the last man standing. Does manage to take the AK. Should be trying to save it. And yes, he does manage to save it towards the end. Let's hope he doesn't do a mistake like Azor, as he manages to get away. Well, he hears one terrorist. He needs to pull out his AK. He does find RL, but pulling it out a little bit too late. Once again, Dismay just failing at these basic saves. RL does manage to pick himself up a nice 4K, but Vank just storming ahead so far, 11-2. Absolutely dominating performance so far from Vank. Once again, like, I'm not sure with this performance. I'm not sure why they're at the bottom of the leaderboard. Their aiming is good. They're crossfiring. You know, they're going together. I mean, the only mistake I saw there was that they dropped the bomb towards B platform. There should have been less players there, and that's probably one of the major errors that they shouldn't do, but I like how they just vary it up. Now look at this, they're going towards A. Y2K now stuck in stable, has a lot of work to do. They smoked up mid, they're all grouped up. Cadius now picks them off very easily. The trade's just going in the favour at the moment of Vank, as they just group up and they know that this is the ideal situation. Life Before Death gets one, now that he knows that there's one in the vent room. AJK pushing through, spots out Life Before Death, takes him out with a headshot. Now kick and kill coming across is going to get the trade in the end, and Simo, stuck in poor vent room by himself, is going to try and flash himself out, but I don't think it's going to work against Vank, who's spotting him. They're chasing him hard as well. Fever pushing through is going to take him out. Simo does manage to dink him. As in they're pulling out too late. Hey, no. Back over Dismay confirmed. So far, I mean, Dismay falling apart at this stage, but I think that's because I think Dismay's not playing well either. They're doing a lot of rookie errors, as my GoTV just loves lagging out. Look at this, a 5-man execute towards B. This is... Vank just really love changing it up, and I really like seeing this happening. RL charging through the alleyway is going to be taken down. I'm actually not sure what the name is of that position, but as we do see rest of Vank getting control. I think one of them pushed through, Az is pushed through the smoke, tags Feeble down very low, dancing around B platform, should be able to pick off Feeble, does manage to pick off Feeble, kick and kill the last man left standing in Chicken Coop. He's in a poor situation, he gets one, he's going to be reloading, dancing about, there's one on towards the side, and Riser picks him up with a 5-7, so probably going a little bit too fast, is going to be taken out towards the end.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
And Dismay going to be finally picking up the final one, but I don't think they're going to be happy in that entire half. That is, they are going to be looking to pick the game up towards the terrace side. Let's see how their entry goes. I mean, we've seen that Vank, their entries are very strong so far on an entry strong sided map. Now let's see how they can hold. This may need to win the first couple of pistol rounds to really try to build an economy and come back towards this game. As we do see them just going towards that B side. Look at that, Vank's already stacked towards this B side. Already have three in drop room. So this is going to be 5-man drop room strat with just one flashbang coming out. You know what? I think... Yep, so a pop flash comes in. They all go in at the same time. They find one player. Feeble chucks a grenade, but he gets taken out very easily. Now, will they wrap towards A side? Looks like they will wrap towards A side. So AJK now on the lurker positions. Confines one with a Tech 9 spraying through, but RL finds him, so the armor does him no favors. Now Simo dealing out with life before death. Turns around just in time, but Y2K gives him a bit of a hand. Oh, Caddy is now coming through. Life before death does take down Y2K. It's the last man left standing. He's surrounded from all three sides as Simo misses nearly every single one of his shots. I mean, Riser does manage to clean up towards the end. Yeah, actually, speaking of Irish pubs, that was I went to Bathurst the other day. I had the best chicken pie I've ever had in my life. Like, that was the best meal I had in a year. If you guys can refer me to good Irish pubs from now on, it'd be great. So, well, Dismay do manage to pick up the pistol round, so they just need to play a bit more cautiously. We do already see Life Before Death peeking out and just catching grenade for 86 damage. That is massive. We do see a bunch of HE grenades coming out as we're going to see an attempt at a drop room take. As thinking about charging in, isn't going to push in just yet by himself. He's going to be tagged twice in the foot as kick and kill. It's going to be also tagged in the body from a couple of pellets, and he's going to drop down by himself. Very brave Azor, as he does manage to take down RL, who had the nade. Now he's going to be dinked. He can kill coming from behind, should be able to get the trade. Does manage to get the trade, but he's tagged quite heavily. Now one behind statue. Feeble does manage to dink AJK. AJK, however, gets the headshot in return, says thank you very much. Y2K cleaning up Cadius, and now it's just two counter terrorists to see if he can get a couple of kills. And kick and kill has the sawn off. He can do a bit of damage if any terrorist walks into range. But he needs to be careful of not walking into platform range where he's easily cleaned up by the Mac 10 even in that range. And now Life Before Death on 14 HP is just spotting a line. Just trying to go for exits really at the stage, and you got the USP, why not? AJK thinking of pushing through, and all he's thinking is dancing about. It's an Irish tap dance at this stage where AJK thinking about going through. He does go through, he spots him out towards the end and takes him out with a headshot with the P2K. That's going to be Dismay up 5 to 12. Vank 12 to 5 still, but you know, any rounds that Dismay get at the moment, I reckon they would be pretty happy. And it looks like they're just going for eco once again. So Vank just want a full buy, and they want the best arsenal to do it possible to just win this game. So they're not hurrying. They're like, you know what, we've got time, we've got a couple of HE grenades to use. And look at this, they're stacking all the way towards B platform. First person to push out is in a lot of trouble. This HE grenade might do a lot of damage. It does catch kick and kill for a ton of damage now. I think RL managed to dink Simo, and Simo does get traded out. Cadius meanwhile gets his own kill on B side. I think Az was charging it by himself in drop room. Once again, this greedy play is not working in the favor of Dismay. Now Caddy is now pushing through. AJK should find a very easy kill, and we now do see Feeble coming in from mid, but he's spotted out immediately by Riser and just takes him out immediately. And kick and kill, the last man left standing, is once again going to try and go into drop room, see if he can get himself a gun. Should be trying to go towards B side, I reckon. As he does come out drop, he should make some noise, and AJK should pick him up here. No, AJK runs back around Spiral, finds him towards the end. As kick and kill gets the kill, has the MP7 dancing around Spiral. The bomb site on A, still pushing in. I'm not sure what he's attempting to go for, as he's made a lot of noise at this stage. Y2K gets an easy AK kill. I mean, if you're making that much noise, it's going to be very easy. But Vank will have enough money to have a full buy, so this is going to be telling to see where the wind of the fortune goes. who the goddess favors, I guess. The goddess of victory favors, so to speak. And we do see an orb coming out in the hands of Life Before Death. Still full AKs coming out from the rest of the players. Life Before Death just spotting towards that long crossing. Don't think he'll find anything particular this time, as the rest of the terrorists stack towards B side, towards B holes. We do see Ryzer now coming down. T-Con is now coming towards mid, but once again, he's isolated by himself, needs a bit of backup to really get some things working. That's the thing about spamming through the smoke, barely misses Kick and Kill, who is crouched behind the box of platform. And we do see a pop flash coming out, so Simo should be quite safe as he does duck back away. And it still is a dance to the death as Ryzen does manage to fan Feeble with a good entry, as has made his way towards drop, and he's going to be caught out immediately by Cadius, who's rotated his way around. And the bombs still really split off AJK. Needs to do a lot of work to see if he can kill a couple of counter terrorists that are trying to rotate across. So the smoke is now faded. And he hears Kick and Kill. Needs to be careful of finding RL. And he does find RL. Very easy headshot. And the rest of the terrorists now coming towards B side. So they're executing towards B. They know what's towards platform. Simo finds him very easily. Now Cadius, the man at B side to hold this. Ooh, AJK finds with a good headshot, and Life Before Death wasn't even able to fire a single AWP shot this entire round. He's going to run and try to save the AWP. He's going to try and make his way, I think, towards tower or T-spawn, which is the ideal position for the AWP. But so far, Dismay just getting those couple of entries, so Vank really falling apart, I guess, at the same place that Dismay did. So just poor holding, not enough crossfires being set up, and just being picked off systematically one by one. The entry is just too strong at the moment from both teams, I would say. It's really going to be interesting to see if Life Before Death can pick off Ryzer, but he doesn't actually. He's unscopes just before Ryzer pushes through mid, and looks like Life Before Death should escape alive with the AWP.
Terrorists win.
That's crucial because that allows a platform for at least the counter-terrorists to work off. They can force up a couple of pistols and armor, work around that AWP, get a couple of picks, get a couple of rifles, and all of a sudden, you can pick up a round from an eco. But Dismay now slowly but surely crawling their way back in, and they also have a lot of money. Only as really the poorest on the team, but I think just given the way he's played so aggressively so far, it just really hasn't worked out. Now Life Before Death should be able to get a pick. He does manage to get a pick. Tagged so low by grenades on 2 HP. As we do see Y2K, he wants to get in the trade. He bangs close, doesn't find Kick and Kill, who's just a little bit closer towards the left-hand side. We do see Feeble now spotting the line. Life Before Death, more than happy to play safe. No one's there. AJK coming in. AJK spotted out too, but does manage to flick and get Kick and Kill. Now, Az now thinking about exactly where to go, so just making sure that no one's pushing in from B platform, but looks like they are going towards B, and this is probably the correct decision. There's only 2 counter-terrorists towards B. RL playing very close, trying to jump through the smoke. He's actually made his way into the smoke. Cadius picked up very quickly, and RL, unfortunately the smoke was going to fade eventually, and he's going to be picked off, and they're going to try and save the AWP. I think Feeble going with him to try to save the AK that was taken off Ryzer earlier on. And they should be able to get it. Not sure why Dismay isn't going hunting. This would be the correct decision at the moment for Dismay to actually go hunting together and just sit one on towards the bomb site. They should know that one is quite low. And we see Simo now pushing a big plat, but I don't think they're going to find anything at this stage. I'm a bit disappointed to actually see Vank not forcing purchases behind Life Before Death. As I think he's lost the AWP, and he needs to be careful of dropping down very slowly, so bit of comedy there as he makes his way up ladder. I think Az knows where he is now. He's found out by Feeble, so they know where the 2 counter-terrorists are, but they're not going to find him in time, unfortunately, as they just have to hide. And they hide and save that they do. Now Dismay 8, they've won the last 5 rounds on a trot as the terrorist side, so Vank should have enough money to work with for the next couple of rounds, even if they lose. And we do see that they have all utility now. And Cadius and Life Before Death both have AWP, so this is a very interesting pickup. It's going to be interesting to see how this works. Life Before Death going to pick towards long A, but he's not going to find anything, as we do see the rest of the... Actually, we see now AJK working his way up. Just a little bit too late, not going to spot Life Before Death, just in time now. RL, very close, is going to be boosting up Cadius, and Cadius should spot out Az and gets him. He is dinked through the wall, however, but he's still alive and able to do more damage, and that's the more important thing. Now Y2K coming across, needs to be careful. He is by himself, and it looks like they're murking their way back towards B site. Now, they do have an Orpha boosted on top of Statue, so Vank have a good position and a good crossfire setup, so it's really up to some good entries and smokes from Dismay to really make this work. Ryzer now coming towards Drop. Now, Drop is open, so it's a good position actually for Ryzer to drop down into some damage. They've got the crossfire set up towards Drop. They can now make their way in, so they're going to drop down on towards the pallet. Looks like a Y2K thinking about dropping down. Y2K has dropped down. I think he's made a little bit of noise. I don't think Kick and Kill's actually heard this. Oh, there's one Molotov coming out, as we do know. I think he has heard one. Caddy is now in Chicken Coop. Oh, he's missed one AWP shot, and Y2K misses the pre-lined up shot. AJK gets him, however. And now they're coming on towards B side. AJK checking underneath spots. RL's been spotted out. He's going to be taken out very quickly. That flash, I'm not sure who it came from, but it's very effective. And now Ryzer's last man left standing. Kick and Kill getting 2 quick kills in a row. Ryzer coming across, Kick and Kill, dinking him, Kick and Kill, cleaning it up with an A4. So Vank picking up their first buy round in a long time. They still managed to save just one AWP, but they still have an AK. And they're still going to have enough money to probably buy in the next couple of rounds. We do see Life Before Death dropping a rifle for one of his teammates. So he's going to be a bit poor after this. And meanwhile, this may still have enough to buy up. It's going to be interesting to see where they take this. Life Before Death once again going towards long A to see if he can get anything happening. Feeble just coming towards Sewer to make sure that they're not playing too overly aggressive. Now, it's interesting to see that the bomb is by itself towards A site. But it looks like Vank falling back after just the initial couple of peaks. So Vank's gameplay so far is, we'll peek a little bit aggressively so you can get a couple of information, a couple of picks, fall back without player advantage. So it's working. So it's only worked so far in just that one buy round. It's worked again. Kick and Kill getting 2 kills as they tried to get the double drop working. Didn't really work. I think Dismay just needed to slow things down a little bit. As we do see them now coming out. Y2K is going to be taken down, but Simmer's going to get the trade. Simmer needs to be careful of the AWP at APC. He's going to flash out once. Life or Death should dodge this flash. As they make their way towards stable, Mollyden flashed off, needs to slow things down even more. As we do see a flash over towards stable. I don't know why Ryzer's on that side. He's going to be killed very quickly, I think. He's made his way on towards site, but he should be AWPed quite soon. Simo trying to... Oh, he's actually playing it in the smoke, but Life Before Death says no. That doesn't work out like that, and he gets the triple. I think that's a triple kill by him. No, he only gets a double. Dismay still have enough money to buy up. They really just got to slow things down. They just got to make sure that they can actually... Yeah, they're going to make sure that they can actually enter onto the site. So far, the entry is just not working. The aggression from Vank just going unpunished. Not sure if they know that Vank is actually just charging full ahead and just peeking. And look at this, we see 2 towards drop this time, and it looks like it's going to be a fast B site take. So a couple of early smoke grenades, a couple of flashbangs, Molotovs and counter flashes coming out now. As we do see this push delayed slightly more, AJK needs to be careful of not stepping in that Molotov, and he's isolated himself. He's going to go into a spray battle with RL. He's going to win that quite easily. Kick and Kill. Kick and Kill is going to be sprayed down while being dropped. Caddy is now, it's going to be found out by Y2K, who's going to get the double. Meanwhile, Ryzer also picks up one. Last man on the stand is going to be Life or Death once again. So that fast B take, so it's not going to work in Vank's favor, who try to play aggressive towards a specific site to get an advantage. If they get hard rush, they lose any of that advantage. As we can see that now, Life Before Death going to be running away. Not sure if he's going to be able to save this. It looks like Dismay are going to be hunting. They need to be careful because they lose any guns. It's going to be costly. Now, Life Before Death has missed a shot. They know where he is now. And he's trying to exfil towards long A. Going to be looking towards the sky for some inspiration and prayer. Now, should be able to find Y2K. He's hopping across. He does find him very easily. The rest of Dismay now coming across. Also finds AJK. And this is exactly what you don't need to do as Dismay. Lose all your guns as you're trying to hunt him separately. This is just really easy aim prac. You're making a lot of noise for Life Before Death. And as a result, you're quite poor. You're going to lack some utility towards these rounds. I mean, look. You lose a single round here. You have no chance of nearly coming back against a fully kitted out counter-terror side. That said though, Vank has forced up. And let's see where Life Before Death takes it now. It looks like he's taking it towards A once again. He's going to spot mid and spot nothing. Meanwhile, the rest of Vank going to be stacking towards B side and Dismay coming directly into it. A couple of HE grenades initially, a couple of smoke grenades, kind of just denying any information. Y2K has actually made his way towards drop, however, as he manages to flash himself as he makes his way further deeper into drop. And we do see he shouldn't be peeking out at this stage. He needs to wait for the rest of his teammates as they're going back towards A. So Dismay in a good position. All they need to do now is play safe, just thread and drop. They don't know that they're back towards A site. I mean, Life Before Death has to rotate now. He can't spot it any longer. He's by himself. The rest of the terrorists need to go through, back each other up as they bust through now. All Dismay need to do here, all Az and Y2K need to do, I think that they just need to buy time. That's all they need to do. They don't need to do anything else. They don't need to peek. They've got Vank on the ropes. And Y2K is going to peek once, and he spotted out RL, but they've lost their advantage. And that's exactly what you didn't need to do. Now the bomb is making its way towards A. Life or Death's going to find AJK. They should be able to hear him towards long A, but there's no trade being made as of yet. So they're trying to spam through the walls at CT Con. They're not going to find anything. Life Before Death just going absolutely unpunished at this stage, and Simo going to be picked off. The final man left standing. Just, I don't know what's going on in Dismay. Their picks are just not working, and it's going to be a match point for Vank. And to be honest, I'm quite disappointed in this T side. They've had a lot of opportunities. They've had some superior positioning. All they had to do was just not peek. All they had to do was just wait for the counter terrorists to come in. They could even counter boosted one back up and just gone platform. They could have counter boosted and had 4 attacking AOs. Such a simple thing for them to do, and it looks like that they're just going to stop the rush once again. AJK as going to get 2 quick kills, so pushing in. So once again, this fast aggression is going to work. They're working. They're coming in together from all sides now. Y2K coming to the statue, kicking kills, going to get the kill. Oh, the HE grenade should clean him up. A lot of HE grenades coming towards his way. Life Before Death, the last man left standing, needs to be flanked very quickly before he can do any further damage. And looks like that Simo's trying to deal him out, and Az is going to stab him in the back. So Dismay trying their best to stay on top. Vank, all they need to do is really just force a full eco here. They can force a full eco for the next 2. They've still got enough rounds to play with. They're in no hurry to win this. Dismay, you know, if they run into the wrong crosshairs of Vank, they're going to lose this and they're going to lose the map. So interesting to see a 3-man stack towards drop. Now, nothing really happening else otherwise. Now, Ryzer does have an AWP, so that's interesting. A T-sided AWP, it's going to be interesting to see where he takes this. Now, they are boosting towards drop. Kick and kill now coming in, but there's going to be no one there. He's going to actually spot the bomb. So, kick and kill now pushing all the way up. He's going to spot the bomb if he pushes behind it. And he's actually pushed behind 2 players, and he's going to come as close as possible. And he takes down 1. Oh, Y2K turns around just in time. He gets 2, actually. Y2K turning a disastrous situation into something as he managed to escape with his life. Meanwhile, the rest of the terrorists not doing anything. Dismay needs to charge faster towards the A site. Some communications need to come across. They know he's on APC after Ryzer died. And all of a sudden, Feeble is the last man left standing. He's going to try and make his way towards CT. Is not going to find anything, however, I think, towards the end. As he's going to be taken out by AJK, who's playing that lurker position. Going to find a very easy kill. Still match point. Their backs against the wall. Vank going to just play another eco. Just forcing up a couple of 5-7s because they know, you know what, we've got the rounds to play with. We've got you on the ropes. We can buy up in the 3rd, 4th rounds. We can buy up heavily. We can force you into a war of attrition and win it. As we can see, Dismay just losing a lot of money each round, and as we do see a couple of HE grenades coming across. Fast Molotov coming up, so Az playing aggressively once again. Smoking up the other side of drop is going to try and find Cadius. Cadius needs to be careful of not being picked off at this stage. As Cadius now in a very poor position is trying to jump out. Does manage to actually make the jump out though. As the rest of the terrorists now making their way towards A site. There is a double stack towards CT. Az has now jumped down, and Cadius should be able to easily find him. So just giving a free AK at this stage. An interesting grenade throw from the Molotov as Y2K makes his way towards Vent. Should be able to spot one jumping across. Unable to do anything else. Simo does manage to pick him up, however, with the information gathered, and Y2K picks off RL quite easily. AJK should be able to pick up the kill. Now he doesn't know where Life Before Death is. Life Before Death now on the lurk as well, but it's going to find AJK missing a couple of 5-7 shots. Does get the dink, but AJK is going to win the aim spray. He didn't have any armor, and this is the true test for Dismay. Now Vank do have a full set of guns and utility use. How will Dismay respond? I mean, it's going to be tricky for this man to really respond with this. We're going to see Life or Death once again, just going to play aggressive towards mid. He's going to catch a lot of HE grenades for his troubles, but and flashed out, needs to be careful as he does manage to fall back in time. He's going to go towards A side, but there's no rotation coming across yet, and Simo has spotted out Feeble and manages to get out safely. So Simo making use of himself as Life Before Death gets one pick, and he's also making use of himself, just running around so far. Dismay unable to get any more picks. Now he forgets to click, finds Y2K, does manage to get traded out towards the end. Simo unable to do any more damage, really up to Riser to do a lot of work, as he's the only lurker that's not in a different position, so to speak. Now, Az is going to be completely flash, needs to counter flash. Now, it's all up to Az to do some work to win this, as we see no faith coming out from AJK as he says GG, and it looks like is Vank going to clean up 16-12 towards the second round. Look, it's getting a bit late for me. I'm probably going to go to sleep soon, unfortunately, but I'll post up the GoTV details for anyone who's interested in watching the match. So yeah, it's quite interesting. It's tied at 1-1. Don't know who's going to take it. As always, it's been good casting. It's been a long cast for me so far, but I do hope everyone has a good evening, and I hope everyone takes care.